Hello, welcome back to Tip of the Hat's 2016 Day 2. You're joining us for the Source Filmmaker segment. We're going to have Uberchain and Crocodile joining us in just a little bit, showing us their artwork. But right now, let's just talk a little bit. I'm joined on the couch by Gitawale and Sean Bud, two of my very, very good friends. And I don't know about y'all at home, but I'm very excited about being able to share the set with these two. I don't know if we ever got to do this last year, did we?
No.
No, not at all.
I don't think so.
They didn't allow us to.
No.
It's got a really good new vibe.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Sean has his arm around me a little bit, but it'll get a little. There it is. It's on me now.
Great group of vibes.
I'm 6'3".
He's a 6'3". Sean, all right. Height check. How tall are you, Sean?
Like 6'1", 6 foot.
Yeah.
Depends on the shoes.
That's pretty good too, though.
So you know what? I thought I was 6'1" for a really long time. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine. I was like, you know what? So many people are 6 foot, and they just say they're 6'1". And then I went back, and I was like, am I one of those people? And I checked, and I was one of those people. I'm actually
Got
not
the tape
6'1".
measure?
I did.
My wallet's
Yeah.
in the other room. I could check my license, but
Yeah.
let's move on.
So yeah, I'm just 6 foot. Just in case any donors wanted to know that, if that's relevant to whether or not you were donating. You're like, I'm thinking about donating, but if he's 5'11",
How tall are you?
not interested. How tall are you? Host, streamer.
How tall are you?
Streamer, how tall are you?
How tall are you? What
Checking
streamer
in.
is this?
I believe we heard some chatter coming from the Source Filmmaker table over there. Are Uberchain and Crocodile ready? They are ready. So let's go ahead and bring them up right now.
Ready. Freddie. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Oh, hi.
Didn't see you there.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Have you seen how tall I am?
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
It was just a little joke amongst friends. We can see you perfectly fine.
Some might say I'm monstrously tall. This is the spooky, freaky mansion, so I think I fit in with the Frankensteins and the mummies and whatnot.
Yep.
Right. So today, me and my good friend Ness Uberchain De La Croix is that it? De La Soul?
Uberchain.
Hustle.
I think it's
We
Delacroix.
can stick with the Uberchain for the...
Crocs.
Today, me.
Twitch Joe!
Sorry, I have to stop
Time
the
out,
show for a
everybody.
moment. Our good friend John Howell has just
That's my boy.
donated $1,000. John Howell, of
golly.
course. We just spoke about him in the last segment. He was the one who sort of initially came around and like helped a lot of us TF2 streamers get partner. I remember when he came into my stream and was like, that Lang fella, he's a little weird, but I'll take a risk on him. Why not? And John, thank you so much for coming in and dropping that donation. We appreciate
That's
it so
wicked.
much. That is
Wicked.
wicked.
That's what we say in Canada.
Thanks so much,
Wicked.
John.
All
Got
right.
partnered, made tens of dollars streaming TF2 for 3
Tens of
years.
dollars.
Tens.
So
Hey, I
Paid
make
for
my
this Balloonicorn.
I
it
make my
actually
living
did.
now as a Twitch streamer,
Yeah.
so it's relevant to me.
Yeah, I mean, my roommate does as well.
Yeah?
Like,
Now, who's
so
that?
That's Tagarung Austin Wade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish
Figure
John
out
could have
something.
been here. John's like Crunch Time and TwitchCon coming up.
Yeah, they're very
time.
busy over there, as it turns out. But thank you so much, John. All right, so if I may ask, I'm going to start with Uberchain. Uberchain, what
Hi
are you
there.
going to be making for us today?
I'm going to be putting Sideshow in a box. Now we're going to go through the dilemma of figuring out whether or not like we should use a spy because that actually has the box trot
Right.
taunt, and anybody who has ever watched Sideshow knows he has more hours on spy than he does soldier, or we're going to pick a
believe that.
soldier.
I believe
Worst
that.
comes to worst, we can use a British flag and just put the box on top of the flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure which class to go with. Do we have any thoughts here on the couch?
I'll
Isn't the
figure
spy
something
box
out.
a taunt?
Spy box is a taunt.
That's
Okay.
been done. That's been
Okay.
done. Let's go with something original.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be figuring out that. And at some point, if I need any ideas, I'll look to the couch and I'll probably ask you, hey, guys, give me some things.
We'll probably give
Okay.
you ideas even if you don't want them.
Absolutely. That's how it goes.
I'll be honest.
All right. Meanwhile, Crocodile, what is it you're doing for these lovely
Yeah,
people?
Ryan, I mean, if you don't mind, before we get into it, can I ask you a favor, Ryan?
Oh, yes, please.
Can you just help me and my friend get represented within the spooky, freaky mansion?
Now, what
We've
do you
been-
got there, Alex?
I have a fish
Fish.
with me right here. And I was just hoping that, this could, maybe I could model with my fish here, and you could just sort of help me be immortalized forever
3D
in
scan it.
SFM. Is that something you could help sort of bring this aesthetic into the game? Could you do that for us, Crunk?
My man, I will hook you and your boy up.
I am so happy to hear you say that, Ryan. All right, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and have our artists get underway here.
For those of you who don't know, Lang is a very photogenic man.
Oh, thank you.
I think so.
We were in the control room just kind of trying to get things set up.
There it is.
And he was just kind of a little exhausted from, being the captain of the USS Tip of the Hats. So he just kind of came in, put his foot up on a chair, and just kind of posed in the sunlight.
As
And,
he's known to.
It was the most inspirational moment of my life.
I think it energized all of us.
However, an important detail to note is that while I was doing that pose, it's hard to tell in the photo, but I was actually just eating a cookie,
As he does.
as he does.
And yet you made that look good.
And I did. I always make cookies look good.
So I think I'm going to represent you with the soldier because there is no laying model unless someone wants to, whip that up in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Be very careful what you ask for, Crocodile.
Now, can we?
Yeah.
I have a question. This wasn't prepared ahead of time, but can we get the sergeant's drill hat? Because that's the Lang hat.
Park Ranger Lang.
Park Ranger
Oh.
Lang. This
Yeah.
is true. It's
We
my
can-
signature hat.
My teammate and good friend for many years.
That's what
I
it's called,
remember
right?
that hat.
Sergeant's drill hat.
Sergeant's drill hat, yeah.
Can
Oh.
we get one of those? What are the chances of that?
We could get that,
It is
or
the Lang hat.
we could do something similar, which I
Click
think
would
will
be good.
Yeah.
probably fit the Tip of the Hat's
Yep.
theme a little better. We
might.
have this
little girl.
these lovely Park Ranger
Ooh.
hats somewhere in here. Hold on, and there we go.
Wait a minute.
They're
You mean to
typi-
tell me? You mean to tell me we've combined the tipped lid with the sergeant's drill hat?
Oh yes, we have.
I
is
might
for
have
a
been the
prop
only
for
one
source
that didn't know
filmmaker,
that.
yeah.
That wasn't planned.
Yeah, it's
I
really.
truly didn't
It looks
know
really
that.
good. It looked really good.
That
for our
is
promotional
amazing.
material.
Yeah,
you,
and
shout out
knew
to-
that and you didn't tell me?
No, and this was, by the way, this is made for us by one of our 3D artists, Bapal. So thank you so much, Bapal, for
Yeah.
making this. And of course,
That's sick.
Ness, did you make the
That's
concept for
cool.
this one as well?
I believe that we just sort of listed it off and we
Yeah.
were like, "Hey, dude, let's try this
Dude.
out." And he did the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. So thank you so
All
much, Bapal, for making this.
Thanks, Papal.
I think I've got
I've
put-
decided what class I'm going to use for the soldier, or rather for a sideshow.
Yeah.
All right.
Please.
So I'm gonna bring in both of these so I can take a look at them.
What does his underwear look like?
I'm not totally sure.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not
asking not just.
sure what
I'm
it's-
asking for a friend, actually.
Okay. All right. So I've got the spy and I've got the soldier, and what I think I'm going to do is. Ryan, should I do it?
I have no idea what you're
is
doing.
from
You know what? I'm
Yesterday.
going to do it.
The suspense is killing me.
Knowing you,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
say
it.
yes.
The hip
Okay.
change. This
I'm
is
gonna do
the no chair MG.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
We're working on being able to toggle more quickly between the two different SFM perspectives, by the way. So apologies if we're not quite able to keep up with that right now. It's in the
Okay.
works.
All right. I'm going to do
So
it.
currently we can only look at Crocodile's scene.
It's being worked on.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now we're currently looking at Crunks. And there we go. There's
Hey.
Uber Chains.
All right.
Hey.
So we've got a spy and we've got a soldier.
I'm
gonna do something.
Truck with a $100
Hey,
donation.
Curtis.
That's a cold hard cash donation.
I know that guy.
Thank
How
you so
cold
much,
is
Kurt.
it? Well, he's from New York, so it's,
It's
probably
pretty
really
chilly.
cold. Yeah.
Although this time of year it gets hot.
Cold hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humid.
It's
Moist.
hot dollars.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Guys, are there any hot dogs in the game?
We're in
There is a
Chicago.
hot-
We've not gotten any hot dogs yet. I don't think.
There is a hot dog hat with a large
Oh yeah,
ceramic
the hot
dog.
the hot dogger. Yeah.
Now,
And then
Ryan,
there's-
I'm about to ask you a very technical question, and it's okay if you answer no to this, but is there any way you can attach the hot dog hat to a fish?
There is totally. The lovely thing about this program is
Yes.
the only limit is your imagination.
Okay, that's perfect. Because, I mean, if the fish is going to be from Chicago, and I think canonically that's what the lore is, it's going to need to be showing that it's wearing a hot dog hat, because not a lot of people know this, but if you live in Chicago, the mayor actually will come, be really upset at you.
day
if
you move in.
The day you move in, he's
They
like,
give you
okay,
one.
here's a ticket to the ice cream social. You have to be there or you're not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you have to eat 2 hot dogs every week. He's very pushy.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll see you at the swap meet.
Come on over to the potluck. It's at my house.
Swap meets are still a thing, right?
Sure.
I've heard that on the Chicago hot dogs, you're not allowed to put ketchup.
No, so some places will actually not even use the word ketchup. They just
Yeah.
call it the red stuff.
Catsup.
Yeah, they call it catsup.
I like to say catsup.
Yeah, that's just a little fun
More
one.
funsy, yeah.
Yeah.
But why? So what do you put on it then?
So the
Mustard?
Chicago style hot dog has mustard. It usually has just chopped raw onions.
Yep.
Some place will put grilled onions on it, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's really that's not a true Chicago.
Right.
You have a big old pickle spear, but I unfortunately I wish I liked pickles, but I don't. So I usually get the pickle off. I know I'm committing treason against the Chicago dog, but I just can't deal with the pickle yet. Working on it.
We'll have to pick up some pickles later on for the stream to force feed Lang.
Oh golly, I've really backed myself into
Way
a
to
corner
go,
now.
buddy.
I goofed.
Don't tell us what you don't like to eat on the stream.
I mean, if you want to give me a Chicago hot dog, I will eat that, no problem.
Sure.
On stream, it's maybe a little messy. On top of that, you also have celery salt. It's very important that you have that on there.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, and then you have the little sport peppers. Now, sport peppers are unknown to anyone outside of Chicago,
Right.
but just they're like little pepperoncinis that you put on there.
Okay.
Just like little kind of hot peppers. Actually, fun story involving that. After last tip of the hats, we had Dashner and Uber Chain who had to stay like an extra day or two just because that's how their flight worked out. And we had them stop by me and Tag's apartment, and we stopped by our favorite hot dog stand. This is one of the hot dog stands that, really doesn't want to put ketchup on their stuff. You have to ask for it specifically on the side. They don't even refer to it as ketchup on the menu. And, they had a Chicago dog, and it had the peppers in it. And they were taking the peppers out because, that's fine. Not everyone can handle the spicy peppers. And I was like, if you're going to try the Chicago dog, at least try the pepper. At least bite into it. And it just shot spicy hot juice all over them, like up their nose, and they had a really bad time.
I remember
I felt
this.
really bad about that.
Up their nose.
In any case, I've been talking about hot dogs for a long time.
Hey, Kurt, thanks for the donation.
Thanks, Curtis. Tell you what, why don't we check in with Ryan here? Ryan, walk us through your process right now.
Well, what I'm doing right now is trying to pose this beautiful man in a
Very
very
beautiful.
photogenic pose.
Yes.
When you want to shoot something, if you're trying to make someone look powerful, having the camera look up at them is a very good way to do this.
That's a
Perspective.
filmmaking thing, and it's
Yeah.
interesting how many parallels there are between conventional filmmaking and editing and the source stuff. I mean, it's digital, but it's a lot of this very exact same concepts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've shattered the illusion for me. I'm not an artsy person, so it's just
Sean,
kinda,
this is
it
pretend.
It has worked for all these years, but now it's just going to take me out of every
These are
movie.
characters. It's pretend.
Oh, yeah, but
Similarly, you shoot down if you want to belittle someone.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is very true. Thank you.
So Ness, we're looking at your perspective right now. I gotta say, this is already looking very promising.
Yeah.
I figured out how to do the class thing with my dilemma. I've decided to combine the spy and the soldier
Oh
together.
boy, I don't know if that's. Hopefully, Valve's not watching.
I'm already very
Hopefully
happy
they are
about
watching.
this.
Sort of crazy
All right.
hybrid.
Actually, I just love the face he's making.
Do you have like full control over each flap of the box?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like so.
Whoa.
That's
Very well
actually
rigged.
sick.
Yeah. So we can.
Oh no!
Jiggle bones.
This is illegal.
This is a little much. So here's the flaps. So
Wowee.
by all means, like if I wanted to make him take off and fly away,
Oh gosh. Oh golly.
I absolutely could.
Ridiculous.
Do we have time for that?
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, I
That-
could.
Oh
I could.
Wouldn't that be
Boy.
cool? You know how if you're in the game and you want to nod or shake your head at someone, you
Yeah.
can do that? It'd be cool if you could do that with the
the
box.
whole
like,
box.
Nod your head.
it's like
I
yeah.
feel like I really need to get like this spy in character though.
Right.
So like I
Looks
turned up
fine
the
to me.
soldier body.
His mouth looks
So-
honestly just like Josh
Yeah.
sideshow. It looks. That's what
Yeah.
you guys are going to see later.
Actually,
if you
I
put him
think-
in his in a box.
I think. Oh, we still have a tongue left over from soldier, so we gotta hide that.
Hide the
Just, like,
tongue.
Get rid of it.
We'll
Does
be
Josh
playing
not
hide
have
the
two of those?
We'll be playing hide the tongue later. as
That's
well.
a little much. I don't think anybody's really ready for that. But anyway, in order to see his face, I'm gonna turn that off.
The pose you have is perfect. Okay,
All right.
the eyes rolling back was amazing.
All right, so
Josh
if
is
we-
always doing that.
Looked like an Aphex Twin album cover.
what a reference.
Oh golly.
Golly, Miss Molly.
All right.
Is it warm in here? Is anyone else really warm?
Can we get in contact with the twin, Mr. Twin, and make a new album cover for him? Can that be our next SFM segment?
The Aphex Twins.
Oh golly. Okay.
Oh, that face looks good
I
too.
love that face that you have going,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh, yeah. It's
All
very,
the gums.
With just, he's just all upper teeth.
Give me the gums.
Look at that grill.
just all you gotta want. It's just about the subtleties that you put into these faces in SFM. You gotta really sell it. You know, make
Yes.
them really human.
you got
Yes.
you got to make them look really like they're in pain, or that they're really about to do something very, very inanely stupid. Like put themselves in a box.
Like put themselves in a box.
In a box.
By the way, thank you to production. You'll notice in the bottom right there's an indicator that
Crocodile.
shows whose screen we're looking at. Thank you to production for improvising that quickly during the show. That is
Yeah.
not easy to improvise while the show's live. So
Guys,
thank you very
can
much.
we get hearts in chat also for production people right now? Why not? We got
Oh,
Dashner,
definitely.
Get
we
some TotH hearts.
got Aaron, we got Ozzy doing some stuff. The people that aren't on camera, give them love. We
Thank
can't
you
get
so
them
much.
enough. There's not enough.
Dashner just waved as if the cameras could see him. But
Hi,
hi, hello, I'm on TV.
we see you.
Maybe later we'll do some more GoPro stuff. and
Aaron
we'll
back
get,
there.
yeah.
too.
Hey, that's a great idea. I would
Yeah.
love if we could get the. Well, we have to be careful because there's some
MTV
things we can't
Cribs.
show.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's
But
right.
we'll think about it.
All right, Dashner is naked.
All right. That's in his contract. He's like, I'll produce the
Part of
show,
it.
but you have to read my terms.
There's not even a tablecloth behind the production
No.
table. It's like incredibly inappropriate.
We
if you
wanted
look
him
that
on
direction,
camera, but
so-
we just can't do that.
It's
I
like
need to put a
right-
camera on
Which
the.
John told us no.
I want to put a camera on the box.
cover
Maybe
the
that's
eyes.
something we can do later. But all right, I'm gonna look for a camera.
Speaking of Twitch John, is there a comment?
Oh, yeah. I should
we had
probably.
some
Thank you for reminding me how to do my job. Completely forgot to look that up. Sorry,
$100
John.
from Aussie? Is that who I think it is?
Was that our Aussie?
I think it's our Aussie.
Was
it
it?
was our Aussie.
That
We got a
was
little
our
wave.
Aussie.
We got a little wave.
All right. I do have some donation comments in here. Let me go ahead and read the one from our own Truck Russ right here behind the camera. Give him
This'll
the
be
thumbs up.
good.
He says, at Get a Whale, at Sean Bud, like
Hi.
this is Twitter, at Lange. Hi.
No, it's as if it was Twitch chat.
As if it was Twitch
Yeah.
chat. Winky face, at Get a Whale, at Sean Bud, at Lange. Thank you very much, Kurt.
Stop jumping.
Stop
XD.
jumping.
Hi.
Tell you what, we have a $5 donation from Ebohars, who says, the SFM segment is very much fun to watch, and as an SFM artist myself, it's very interesting to see others' methods in the works. Huge shout out to Uberchain, who I had a chance to meet with at I-58. She's a fantastic SFM artist and an all-around great person. Donating for the kids and putting this towards Sideshow box and controller. Thank you very much for that donation.
Thank you,
Yeah. Where we stand with the Sideshow box, by the way? Do you want to give us
Yeah.
get a live update on
mean-
that? Because we want to put this guy in a box, not only in game, but in the real life.
In the real life, kid, gonna put you in a box. Refreshing that right now.
Get him a body bag.
So for the Sideshow box and controller, that's currently at 4,300 out of that 10,000. So we're gonna need to get
We
those.
got a few hours, or less than a few hours
Yeah.
to go. So come on, guys.
Got to get that churning. Remember, you can put your cash donations towards that. If you head on
Yep.
over to tipofthehats.org/donate, you can donate both cash and your TF2 items. That's very important to know. You can
Yep.
donate your TF2 items.
Yep.
But unfortunately, we can only put cash donations towards these incentives. That's just a little technical limitation because
Maybe
I
next
ran out
year.
of time.
Next
Maybe
year.
next year I can make that work.
But certainly, if you're already donating, it's not like you're doing anything extra in order to put toward the incentive.
Yes.
You just it's on the right side of your donation page, and you put it towards the goal.
Yeah, make sure if you guys are donating cash that you select one of the incentives. There's
please.
some really cool content there
Please.
that I would love to work in, and
Yep.
like the Sideshow stuff yesterday with the GoPro. We're gonna do more of that.
That was
because
really
the incentive was
fun.
met. It was one of my favorite things,
Yeah.
and I think it was a lot of fun. So we'll
Him
probably
deleting
work in some
Tag's
more.
backpack was fun.
And by the way, speaking of all sorts of fun things you can do to help support Tip of the Hats, we're selling these lovely shirts here. You can't quite see it in the shop. Perhaps we
Sean's
can
got
cut to a
one.
bit of a wider shot in a bit. Sean's actually wearing one.
Sean
What am I
Stradley.
saying?
That's me.
I have the awareness of a host.
There's
We are
also one
there.
there,
We go. We actually have the
one
tweet
here.
pulling up right now.
That's
I
live.
believe we're close to selling 350 of these shirts. You've
Wow.
sold just over 340 as of right now. And today, we're going to try to hit at least that 350. We've been selling so many of these shirts. And again, thank you to our artist Jazz Butts for making those. Those shirts are wonderful.
Just butts.
And you can-
Speaking of,
Yes.
I think potentially in the works we have the Jazz Butts pins that she made
Yes.
that were sold for I think $30.
Yeah.
We sold out of them.
Yeah.
But they were such a hit. I think we are going to order additional quantities.
Really? Okay.
There
Wow.
are things in the works.
Oh, what?
We will let you guys know later on in the day.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. More to come.
That's a
But
good-
if you guys
good line
missed
to
out on the
use.
pins, can we pull up the lower third of the pins
Bean.
when able? Hopefully they will become available again. Not 100% yet, but they
Yeah,
are.
they are available.
They are. Okay, we'll get over there.
Oh
and
my
get
God.
ready.
Do we have a number, or is it?
I think it was another 150.
I believe it's 150 more pins will be available.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
So
That's
if we can
cool.
go ahead and if we can get that link up on stream again, but it's over on tipofthehats.bigcartel.com. I'm actually not wearing my pin right now. I left on my other shirt
Mine's on my
last
other
night.
shirt.
This is
too.
actually mine. I donated it. I almost ripped the headset.
Set. I'm gonna need
This
you to
is
calm
actually
down.
mine. I donated it as a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
right.
should be wearing. If I was going to wear it, it'd be right here. I'll just hold it for the next 2 hours.
Perfect. So yeah, you can
Security.
pick up one of these enamel jaunty pins that Jazz Butts designed and had manufactured for
Do we
us.
have couch shot?
Thank
Get right
you
up
very
to
much.
Sean. You don't know how the tally lights work.
I'm waiting.
This is your camera.
I don't know
here.
if it's going to show. Production's a little busy at the moment.
Sean.
But tell you what,
I asked him to do 8 things.
while
It's okay.
while we have those pins a churning, let's check back in with our artists here. Ness, we're currently watching your perspective here. Walk us through what you're doing.
I am going to set this up to be sort of a nighttime shot. So initially, this map, which was designed by Void, who is heading the Frontline project or is involved in the Frontline project this year. made a really cool sort of map that we use. It's called Camp Redmond, and it's very pretty. It's got a bunch of trees and stuff. Now I've darkened it a little bit in order to simulate night, sort of. And I'm going to light this right now, actually, because I want a campfire and I want some moonlight. So right about here, I'm gonna put light, and I'm gonna color that a little bit orange, like that.
That's
That
what
glow.
does it.
Yeah, I
Now,
like that.
I'm gonna bring in the fire effects right now so we
Okay.
can see what we're working with. So I'm
Oh,
gonna set
yeah.
this to -1. So the particle will start around -1 second or so. So that way, it has some time to load in.
Interesting.
And these
So-
times are fine.
So by setting it to -1 at the start time
-1
there,
or -2, yeah,
that means that at 0 on your timeline, which is where you're currently
is
at,
when
right?
it would is when it would.
It would already be going a little
Yeah,
bit
it
at
would
that
already
time?
be going. If I started it
Okay.
at 0, that's when it pops up.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So this way, it starts right away, and I don't have to worry about it too much because it's a poster effect. Now, if it
Got
was an
it.
animation, I might have to do a little bit more there.
Right. Just have it.
So what you're saying is having proper usage of the particle system means understanding time moving in multiple directions.
Kinda, yeah.
Wow.
So you're saying time is a man-made concept and an idea created by humankind.
Created by Valve for Source
Created by
Filmmaker.
Valve.
We're getting a little deep there.
Thanks, Jill.
Mike.
Now, Camp Redmond, that's named after Redmond Man, I believe. Is
Redmond
that correct?
Man, yeah,
Brother
that's one of the-
Plutarch Man.
Yeah, that's one of the brothers in the main Team Fortress 2 comics.
Okay, just making
Yeah,
sure.
they're both dead now, and
Well-
that's why
Oh,
Man
well.
was
You went there.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
If anyone wanted to
you
play
weren't
through the
caught up-
story mode in the game, you don't have to now.
Yeah, I love the story mode of Team Fortress 2, don't you? Single player campaign.
I don't
really
know why you guys
critically
are
acclaimed.
laughing.
All right, we're checking in with Crocodile now. Ryan,
Catch us up to speed.
there,
on
there are now many more fish and some very spooky skelettons here.
The story
please,
is-
please walk me through this. I'm frightened.
All right, well, if you were here to watch Lang just slam jam on some fish yesterday, he was in a spooky, freaky mansion himself.
I was.
And it was very scary. I got
was.
very scared.
He really did get scared. He was like, he looked at me and he's like, I'm very scared. We should call the police. I'm like, we're not.
That's what I do when I'm scared.
Yeah.
So I just want to relive the moments by putting, obviously, the scariest thing, which is bones.
Yeah, terrified of them.
Now, it's interesting to note that everyone in this room is a skeleton with stuff on top.
Don't hand me a chicken wing or I'm going to freak.
Exactly.
Okay.
So just Lang, but you're a very brave man.
Oh, thank you.
You're a conqueror of
flattered.
spooky, freaky mansions. So that's why these skeletons, they're trying to get at you. They're trying to steal your bounty, your
Oh.
well-earned fish, but they just can't.
They can't.
Because just look at this man. Look at this man here. That's you. That's you.
I like the look of concentration that I have.
That's just.
By the
this
way,
is.
I just saw on screen pop up Crocodile's hair just donated $5.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's interesting.
It's turned sentient. We'll see if there's a comment.
It was just on screen there. I'm sure chat was going nuts about it.
Yeah, wow.
Just don't want to miss that.
Golly.
Chat.
So Ryan, am I thinking too far into this, or what are the skeletons gonna do with a fish?
It's more of a moral victory.
Okay.
It's a conquering thing.
Will it be used as a weapon?
I mean, yeah.
trying
Scout
to-
does it.
They're trying to assert their dominance.
I think it's 2016. I think a skeleton can use a fish for a weapon. Mm-hmm. Well, why not?
Yeah.
So right now, what you're doing here is you're posing each individual joint in the fingers on the hand of the skeleton model. Do all of the sort of like the human shaped skeleton
yeah.
biped models? Do they all in Source Filmmaker have the same number of joints, or can that be different between different models and rigs?
That is a very good question.
Okay.
And that's how IAK and
FK?
yes, FK rigs work.
Okay.
Some models like these have, I believe, 5 bones in their spine.
Okay.
2 shoulders, an upper arm, a lower arm, hands, and then the fingers. But then some models have maybe 3 bones in their spine.
Oh.
And that doesn't seem like a very important thing, but when you're making IK rigs for models so that you can move them around a lot easier and have different parts of their body not have full control over it, the difference in how the skeleton is made is very important, because you can't, if there is one bone out of hundreds and hundreds of bones that are different between models, you have to have a completely different IK rig set up for that model so that you can use it. It just makes animating easier. Some people I know are very good animators, but they don't even know that IK rigs are a thing. So, I mean, it's all up to personal preference, but I enjoy IK rigs.
So, Crunk and Uber, can the two of you perhaps just dive in a little bit more into what IK stands for inverse kinematics, right?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, like to be honest, like the thing about us being on this segment is that there's 1,000 more qualified people in terms of technicality who know things.
Well,
and
we've learned our
this,
lesson.
I've gotten this comment a couple of times. When I used to be in college, I used to be in a graphic design sort of program.
Okay.
And I used to do peer tutoring. So I would teach them how to use Photoshop, and I would teach them how to use Illustrator, various programs, the typesetting one. I can't even, InDesign, I think it was.
Yes.
And then they'd be like, what's this button called? It's like, I don't know, but you press it, and it does the thing that you want it to do.
Okay.
I see.
As long as you know how to make the tools do what you want, that's what counts. And it seems like you certainly
with
do.
Source Filmmaker, you have to sort of do that.
You have to feel it, not know
Yeah,
it. It comes
like-
from the heart.
If you ask Tag anything about this program, he
Yes.
just sort of he just sort of goes into a corner and just
Eats pancakes.
Believe me,
Eats
I've heard him
pancakes.
yelling very loudly about it at all sorts of hours. He is not a fan of this program, so I mean,
Absolutely
it,
not.
it just makes it even more impressive. The truly fantastic creations that all of the SFM artists out there can create, and especially what all of our SFM artists have done for us. Tell you what, Uber, Crunk, do you want to take this time to maybe run through all of the SFM artists that we've had on staff this year and what they've done for us, and thank them?
Absolutely. So this year we brought on a couple of people from last year. We brought on Lisa, the Italian ninja. She won a Saxy, I believe, for Rivalry Rush in 2014. I competed in the same year as her.
Okay.
And this was her, I think this was her first Saxy, so she gets to run around backstabbing people as like a spy now with a golden statue, which is pretty great.
That is pretty
but
cool.
she's like, she's a really good animator. She's a really good friend of ours as well. And we also brought on the Winglet.
Oh, Winglet.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Probably the best.
He's really fast at what he does.
He's like
He's super fast. He gets out things very efficiently. He's been very involved as well with the community updates such as Mayan, just putting out all sorts of content in TF2 Machinima out there. Like there's a ton of Source Filmmaker people that I'd love to acknowledge, but these people, like we brought them on because of how fast they were and as well as the quality of like what they could put out, and they worked really well with the instructions I gave them, as well as their own individual skill. Like it's incredible. I think Winglet gave us he was like 3 intros before he had to fly back out to university, and Lisa, I believe, did our Jackbox party pack segment, which you'll be seeing I think
Yes.
later on
on.
today.
Yeah.
That's right. It's really cute.
It's a really good one. I like that one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Winglets. I think my favorite one that he did is the variety segment where Heavy makes a sandwich.
Yeah, with the sandwich. We saw that.
Yeah,
we saw that
it's
yesterday.
adorable. Yeah.
I actually didn't see that one, but I saw the pubbing one. That was a very fun one. He actually came to me and he was just like, "What am I supposed to do exactly?" And I was just like, "I don't know, just whatever dumb things you see in pubs." And he was just like, "Got it," and then he was just done in a couple days.
Oh yeah.
Homeboy, he is fantastic.
Now I'm gonna turn this like demo man I put in as a ghost.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I brought
okay.
in like this.
Gonna
totem.
ask what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's creeping
Now
around.
this-
Just disapproving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this represents
floating.
this is the ghost of Cadis, who is no longer playing TF2 actively.
Rip.
He's
I'm
just
gonna-
like, Josh, you're always doing this.
And I'm gonna try something here. Might be spooky for a bit.
Okay.
But-
okay.
Oh wow. I'll close my eyes.
Right.
Oh no,
I'm
he
gonna
looks like a box now.
They all look like boxes. It's a curse. If you hang around Sideshow too much. This was my concern, you guys. You brought him here.
We were all boxes down here.
Now I'm very concerned that we're all gonna turn into boxes.
Stephen
at some
King's It.
point. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
All right. And now there's some things to be said, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this color string right here so I can paint it. I'm gonna make it greenish. That's a little green. All right, that's okay, I think. I'm going to do the same thing to his hands, and I'm going to do the same thing to his face. All right. So...
I mean, one thing about ghosts is that they really like marshmallows, and that's sort of important for anybody to know
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
if you're ever eating them.
you
Look
ever-
around you. Always be looking behind yourself, Because ghosts can only move when you look away from them when you're back on, and I learned that from Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. They only
named
chase.
Boo?
Yeah, boos only chase you when you're back onto them. When you look at them, they stop, but then when you turn back around, they slowly.
That's how you beat
It's
that
actually
part.
terrifying.
So yeah, that kind of was. I saw it for a split second.
I'll tell you what, we have that donation earlier from our good friend Ozzy back
Yeah.
here, currently sitting at the floor manager station, of $100.
Whoa.
And he gives the smiley face wearing a little hat on it.
Uh,
Little smiley face and a hat. Thank you for that, Ozzy.
is it the DJ one, the Kurtz?
No,
smiley
it's
face?
different. It's
Okay.
like, okay, so I'm
kind of
going to read the characters out to you one at a time.
I'm listening.
I'm going to paint you a picture.
All right,
Your mind is the canvas, Michael.
figuratively.
So there's a lowercase d.
Yep.
There is a colon.
Yep.
There is a like an exponent character, like an upper caret.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Carrot.
for the nose.
Yep.
And then there's a closed parentheses.
Okay.
So he's
I like that.
smiling.
That's a
He's
good
got
one.
a nose.
That's good.
He's not
It's a good
winking.
one.
His eyes are open, bright,
Yeah.
focused.
It's not abstract. It's very straightforward.
And he's wearing a hat
Yep.
off
Ball
to the side.
cap.
Can
Yeah.
people donate with those characters?
Carrot.
With
in
what?
their names? In their
Like
aliases?
letters?
With the characters, could somebody donate with that smiley face as their alias, or are those characters filtered?
Now they can. Now that you said
I
it.
think it should be
Can
fine.
someone animate what Lang just went through for us?
I'm pretty sure everything in the ASCII table is good. If you donors out there at home want to look up your ASCII tables.
See if we can break the tracker.
Hit up that Unicode
So
font.
here's the thing. Certain non ASCII characters do throw errors in the tracker, but it doesn't seem to stop the donation from going through.
So go ahead. Try it. Try to break it.
Hey, if you intentionally try to break your donation and we don't credit you for it, that's on you. Ha ha. Email me later and I'll fix it.
Ghastly Gibbous. So what? So we got another ghost here. Oh, look at this. So now both of us have the little goblins. So what's up, Brian?
I'm just trying to make this as creepy and spooky as possible.
So what's the goblin doing?
He's just hanging out.
Is he goblin down fish?
Look, why does everything?
Just kidding.
He doesn't have to be doing anything.
Okay. There's
What?
just a little play on the
He's
word
just
goblin.
there, just hanging out.
Goblin, you see, could be a noun or it could be short for gobbling, which
I
would
was
be
with you. I
Oh.
got it.
The verb form.
goblin. Goblin the fish.
Thanks for walking us through that.
Yep. Just call me Christopher Walken.
Oh, no, that ghost. I almost had to leave when that came up.
I
Which
felt
one
that
now?
from over here.
Ryan, you can stop that ghost from coming out of the computer, right? It's not going to come out. You can keep it in there.
I'll keep you safe.
We've all seen the
Thank
ring.
you, Ryan. Thank you. Okay,
Lang,
I'm gonna.
it's pretend.
All right, production. I'm going to be okay for this segment. You don't need to bring in my replacement.
Pretend, sweetie.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Okay. Oh no, that's a pyro ghost head.
Body
Ooh.
asleep, mind
Well,
awake.
let's use that. We don't have to attach it to nobody.
No, nobody.
We can just have them floating around.
It's free.
Float and
I like how when you're rotating things, when you're working in the editor, the ghost texture is animating.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
There's
noticing
a little
that.
face.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, help me out there.
Just have them
Like a lava lamp. Plasma effect.
catch.
It's getting a real close look at that fish. He's like, this one's huge.
Spooky fish mansion.
Yeah.
SFM. Welcome to
SFM.
the spooky fish mansion portion of the.
So while
event.
Ryan adds all manner of spooky props to this scene.
Ooh, that was a spooky noise
yeah.
there. Windows.
ding.
Oh look, we have it $5 from
The face.
All right.
with a.
That's it.
Yeah.
And of course, our
Sometimes
tracker
random
added
numbers
Our tracker adds numbers to the end of
get
it.
appended.
That's not your fault, donors. That's our tracker doing that. We're gonna try to have that changed for next year. No guarantees, though.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this. The demo.
Yeah.
Is there an echo in here? Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, so I've decided to like do some fancy overrides
That looks cool.
so that he's like semi-transparent.
Yeah,
And I decided to enlarge his head because that's the freakiest thing of all.
that looks cool.
Like that's the scariest thing of all. I was in the randomizer pub yesterday or something. No, times 10, right? There was this demo just running around with a splendid screen, an Eyelander, and the booties.
Just looking
Nobody
at you.
could kill him. His head was this big by the time they won because nobody could stop him.
Mm-hmm.
It upset me greatly.
Yeah. By the way, also the marshmallow has roasted all this time it's been here. It's brown now. I noticed.
Yeah, it's sideshow. I
It's
don't
gonna
trust him
burn.
to roast
You
the
gotta
marshmallow
take it out of there
properly.
while before.
He's
it-
gonna come in
yeah.
here. He's gonna beat me up with his box.
Now, when you guys roast marshmallows, are you the type that let them sit in the fire and let them go into flames and
Oh,
then blow
yeah.
them out, or do you just finally nicely roast them? There are two types of people in the world.
Yeah, for me personally, it needs to be that nice golden brown, like
Brown.
just right on that point. You got
Me
you
too.
got like a second and a half to get it out of there at the right time.
And
But
then
yeah.
you take that shell off and you can then re-roast the inside soft part if you want.
I've never done that.
What do you? Who are you, Sean? What do you do?
Actually, this wasn't a tradition in my family, but my wife's family on Easter will roast those little peeps. Have you guys heard of that?
Really?
That
Roast
little
on a
sugary
on a fire?
On a fire.
Just like
That
the
little-
sugar,
on
like
a fire pit.
caramelize and get crispy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dog. When am I coming
Try
back to
it.
your house?
Dog.
Try
Oh.
Easter. Let's do it on Easter.
All right, I'll come over for Easter.
When can
Sooner
I
than
come to
that.
Nebraska?
Let's do it sooner.
We probably should.
We can get peeps, right? Anytime you probably.
Yeah, I don't think it's
You
illegal.
can actually. They have. Do you know what? I've been to Walmart. They've got not only the Easter ones now. They've got Halloween. They've got Christmas. Actually, I don't know about Christmas, but they've got lots of them.
Perfect.
It's odd.
The
Now-
Peeps Company has to make
Different.
money.
This is America. You can probably find some sugar candies.
They don't have to.
Tell you what, I've got some donations here. I have the donation from Joseph Urisic.
He donated earlier too.
Yeah, donated another 100 and said, I don't really play TF2 anymore, but I still tune into TotH every year. Keep up the great work, everyone in Chicago and at home. Thank you so much, Joseph.
Great.
We have $100 from Evie, who says, excited to see that crazy Brit playing from a box later on today. You're all wonderful. Keep it up. And has a little pizza face at the end, a little smile and a little greater than symbol. Pizza. Little bird face. But yeah, we do have that donation incentive that we need to get met. That is coming up. That is to have our good friend Sideshow playing TF2 from within a cardboard box while holding a controller to control
With a GoPro on his
with
head.
a GoPro on his head. We added that part.
Yeah.
So we got the GoPro, we got the box, and controlling this fella
It's everything.
with a controller.
Yeah. I saw him controlling this fella earlier, but he's doing that later on as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing it all at once, which is cool. So we have a heavy added to this scene now, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there were Frankensteins within the mansion, so
And he's wearing the Frankenstein head, which is so. In this, I imagine you can probably turn that to green to match the skin tone. Can you?
I could, but
In theory, you don't. You're not saying you have
no,
to.
not
But
in
it's
theory,
cool. It's
it's-
just cool that you have the power to do that. I think.
you can. Unfortunately, my brain is not strong enough to do that. Uberchain, however, is a master at changing textures and whatnot.
I
Yeah,
do know
I
how
just
to
love
do.
that.
Do you remember the thing I taught you yesterday?
You taught me, and I sat there and I tried to listen.
Do you want me to teach you right
where
now
that's
so we
going.
can like do it live?
Let's do it live.
All right. The first
Okay.
thing you want to do is put your pinky on control and put your other finger on S and hit that right now before like it all goes to
Okay.
shit.
Make sure your pinky is the one doing it, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very
And
specific.
don't you forget it.
Okay.
Specific instruction.
All right. Now what you want to do is the model you're editing.
Yes,
Okay. So what you want to do right now is you want to right click on the model in the animation set editor.
I did.
And you want to go to that thing you see that says add override materials.
Okay.
Do that.
Gotcha.
All right. Now right click on that model again and go into the
Okay.
element viewer.
All right.
Go into model.
Okay.
All right. You see everything there?
Yeah.
Do you see that thing that says materials?
Okay.
All right. Drop that down.
Yeah.
Read off the materials for me.
It just says cadaver's cranium.
Cadaver's cranium. Oh, is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Now drop that down.
Okay.
All right. What do you see?
I see a bunch of gargle mesh. There is a bar that has a white on it.
All right.
It didn't do anything.
Okay. Now right click on that material. Go to add attribute, and go
add
to. You see that?
attribute.
You see that thing underneath time that says color?
Color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now here, type in $sign.
$sign.
Okay, and
Dollar.
type in color. We want the United States spelling.
Color.
All right, color, and press OK.
Okay.
Did it do anything?
It turned the whole thing black.
Okay, now take that thing that's like a black swatch and then like click on it and now move it around and get
We're
yourself
almost
a green.
We're almost there.
Whoa.
Did it work?
Whoa.
You can eyedrop it probably. Can you use the eyedropper to just grab
We
the.
can. Let's just.
We sort
let's-
of can because
Oh.
like we're working off like a material. Yeah. So you're gonna get
never
it
mind.
sort of
Oh
darker.
yeah, it won't really
Just
work.
we'll just
Give him
try
a
and-
headband.
We'll just try and match. Oh.
You're doing it.
Getting there.
That's sort of it.
I think it looks nicer than having just the flesh color. I mean, even if it's not the same green, I think it looks cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I
Get a
think
nice
that's it.
Unsaturated kind of, deathly,
Did you get it?
I think we're
deathly
good.
hollows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And that's how you do
cool.
the thing.
Well, thank you, Uberchain.
You're very welcome.
And we taught all the
Crocodile.
viewers too.
I could do that.
We're
Yeah.
learning at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now
Next
they
year
know
I'll
my
be in this
secrets.
segment.
They're gonna be like, finally,
No, you
I
won't.
can do the stupidly ridiculous things that Uberchain does.
Now we're out of a job.
Next year, you guys will be on the
yep.
couch, and we three will be doing this.
Poorly.
I
Poorly.
could, to be honest, I thought about that. I thought about like just sitting Sideshow on this chair and mentoring him, but I felt like things would have broken.
Yeah.
Had
Maybe
I done
tomorrow.
it.
If we had a whole day,
We have an
could do
hour
that.
tomorrow where we're
Yeah,
going to
there
use
wa-
some
Maybe.
SFM
Yeah, there's
incentives.
this photo that somebody took. I think it's either Tag or Dashner, where Lang's just standing sort of like this, and his eyes are closed, and he looks like he's praying.
Yeah,
And Sideshow is just below him. Pull up the tweet.
I have no idea what I was doing. Yeah, we can get our producer to try to pull that up. I have no idea what I was doing in
Pollution.
that. But while we're getting that tweet pulled up, I have a very special donation comment here to read. Tucker and I are so proud of you, Sean. Thank you to all the Tip of the Hats crew for putting on such a great event. I know you've all worked so hard for such a great cause, and I thank you. And Sean, if you give me a hi cutie pie, I'll donate another $20. And that was a $20 donation. Got another $20 in the bank. Thank you so much. And then
in
we
the
have that
bank.
tweet there. No idea what I'm doing in there. I look like exhausted. Like what do you think's happening in that photo, Mike?
I remember a scene that I saw in church from the Bible where the Lord Jesus is making a similar pose to that.
Oh,
Sort of just, lecturing to his disciples.
right.
Yeah.
With an iPad.
With an iPad in his
It's
hand.
just
Actually, he was using a Kindle.
oh.
That's
Amazon.
actually the tablet that Moses had with the 10 Commandments, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Not a lot of people know that.
Battery life back then was
I love that we
amazing.
found
Like
a
the GoPro.
GoPro to put in the scene here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just love the.
I think it's taped on.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
It's taped on. All right. So
Seems
that's
pretty
that.
realistic.
I think I'm gonna add a little bit more lights and maybe move like Cadus a little bit away from the
I
marshmallows.
love that the ghost of Cadus is in part of the Tip of the Hats podcast. The ghost of the living man. Cadus, the
Okay.
living man.
I actually have no idea where he's set up because like these materials are a little funky sometimes.
Our man Cadus.
Okay, I think that's
Darn, that's
Alright.
freaky.
yeah, that's pretty freaky actually. If I put him sort of behind the tree, sort of like disapproving, and we can just like properly, you'd rotate his head. But if we just stretch his neck like this, and just sort of like,
I like that.
it's like, how did you get in Prem?
I like that his neck, like his giraffe neck.
God, you stupid child. It's okay. We love you, Sideshow. We love you, Josh.
It's like Cadus is here. Golly.
Oh, man.
I have a $100 donation from Grofessor, who says, been watching for the last few years and am continually surprised by the generosity of the TF2 community. Here's another 100 from Australia. Thank you very much to our Australian viewers and donors. I have $100 from Luna to Spy, who says, hey, Tip of the Hats, I just wanted to say that I love TF2 and I love everything you guys do. This is my second year here, and it's so cool to see so many of the community coming together to support such a good cause. This is what makes TF2 so cool to me. It's an awesome game that, even though it's getting on in years, lets me make friends and have a good time. My grandma died this year, and it kind of brought home how death can affect people, whether it's by cancer or not. I'm happy to donate Luna to Spy. So thank you very much for that and for helping us out here.
GG.
GG. Thank you very much.
GGs are called, yeah.
Checking in with Ryan here. We've got ghosts, ghouls, and goblins here.
Ghosts.
Yeah, super ghosts and goblins.
Super ghosts and goblins. These fish are getting grabbed by the ghoulies. Crocodile.
What's up?
What are you posing right now?
Well, I'm just trying to think. I don't want to overload the scene with, scariness.
Don't lie to them.
Okay, yes, I do, but that one look real good. I mean, I
think
could
it looks great.
I could keep going forever, but we only have so much time.
That's right. And then I think we wanted to show off a little bit of the work we did behind the scenes at a certain point.
I think
Oh,
we're
yeah.
okay on time. We're still under an hour, so we got plenty of time.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, at 1:30 we're gonna do a thing. But
Yeah.
we
We
have
can
some
preview
time.
it. Let's preview it. At 1:30, we're actually going to some of the intro segments that Uberchain and Crocodile
So we've
animated
got
for us.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
We're gonna play the Let's just do like a half hour of that. We're gonna play the finished product, and then I think they have the project files that they use to make those segments.
Yep.
And then we're gonna show you briefly kind of their process for that, because the animating an actual sequence is a much more time consuming process,
Yeah.
and And again, like it's perfect time to thank everybody we already talked about earlier. Winglet, Italian Ninja,
Bapal.
Bapal.
Sedimentary
did the
Socks.
SETI, yeah.
SETI,
Yeah,
Sedimentary
shout out
Socks.
to SETI. We'll show his stuff later,
SETI,
what
yeah.
he sort of did.
Yeah,
Since that's
huge
part of
thank
the-
you to all of our animators and anybody who does anything creative with us. I know, like, we have so many talented people on our staff that do this sort of stuff for a living. And so anytime they do that stuff for us for free, it's kind of like cutting into that's
Yeah.
kind
Their
of
life.
your guys' jobs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know you have Patreons and YouTubes, and you could be doing stuff, you know, to benefit yourself, but you're taking time out to help our event, and I really, really
Yep.
appreciate it.
We worked them so hard this year.
Yeah,
we
really-
could see
we
that.
really
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it was like, hey, you have like 2 weeks. Here's like a one-word description of what we want from you. Is that cool? And they were like,
Have fun.
Not really, but I'll try anyway. And we were like, thank you.
That's the other thing too, is we give them general guidelines, and a lot of times we have difficulties storyboarding or coming up with ideas. And part of
Yeah.
the reason is because like we have these meetings about, oh, let's do this event. We need a segment for that, but like we don't know what's possible in some of these programs. So it's like they just kind of take an idea and run with it, or in some cases come up with the ideas.
Yeah.
And so I'm always blown away by what people turn in for us. And
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, thank you so much.
Yeah, I do always feel bad about like being that client because like I work in design, and when someone's like, it's like, all right, what do you want us to make for you? They're like, I don't know,
Anything.
whatever. Like that's almost the single worst thing they can say. So
yep.
I feel bad then turning around to all of our designers, like Jazz Butts with the shirt. And
Do what
she's-
you want.
And she's like, what do you want? Or like our SFM artist, like, what do you want? And I'm like, whatever you have time to make, then you think looks good. I have to go. I need to get this mixer to work. I'm very sorry. I have to go fix our
My
website.
life is very hard right now.
My life is in shambles.
Our animators did a super good job following whatever guidelines I put down on the worksheet. I remember the variety one was like, Heavy has a cooking show. He finishes, people applaud, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
And then from that, we got that sandwich
Yeah.
assembly. Yeah.
And then one of them specifically later on was very sort of semi-detailed instructions. It was like a sentence. It's like, this class and this class do a thing. This class says this specific voice line. Cue these other two characters looking at each other funny.
I like the sound design too. The sound design is, I'm thinking of the heavy sandwich one. It's,
Yeah.
makes it as well.
It's really good, yeah.
yeah.
I remember, I think Tag was listening to that yesterday, and he had no idea what was going on. He's like, well, this sounds terrifying and horrifying.
Yeah.
A good time to mention now, as we come up on $85,000, reminding people about the giveaways, free giveaways. They're happening all friggin' day long. And also about our challenges there, challenge, our goals. We're at 4685 Lang on the sideshow
Yes.
box. And did I see correctly? Did we get a co-op surf goal just started a second
Yeah,
ago?
I saw we added another one.
Yeah.
Is Surface today, right? That's today.
Let me verify.
I believe
so
it
that'd
is.
be the
believe
third
that
one
is
for
the
today.
case.
It is.
Yeah.
We're doing Surf today and Jump tomorrow.
There
So
it is.
there's a new incentive you can check out on the tracker. It's co-op surfing. Last year we had the incentive, and logistically we're not ready to set it up. But I
Yeah.
think this
Now we are.
year we are. And Steve
Sleeve.
Lynn Slin,
Sleeveland.
Sleveland.
now known as Sleeve, Twitch Sleeve, and Kurt will be doing a side-by-side co-op surf where one of them runs the keyboard, the other one runs the mouse.
Yeah.
It's hard to coordinate, hard to pull off, and but we have two talented surfers, and I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
We're ready for it.
We're gonna have them speedrun maps.
So guys, come
Tier
on,
5
let's get
maps.
make sure you're selecting those incentives when you're getting the donations in. It's really, really a cool thing. We're gonna get to do some wackiness, Layla.
Again, those have to be cash donations for the incentives. Make sure if you guys have donated items already, head back and try again because we opened up
Unusual.
those to unusual donations, and we've already seen like overnight. A bunch of unusuals have been donated, and
Yep.
again, those will be converted to cash. So any unusual donated to the item fundraiser goes straight to the charity. once
That's
it's
true.
sold. Yep.
That's true. Spooky. Spooks.
Also,
So-
again, like the giveaways and the item stuff throughout the day, we do kind of rely on Steam's systems for those.
Yes.
And they're having intermittent downtime. Not really on our end, and we're in communication with them to keep stuff up, hopefully for us. So if you go there and it's non-functional, try back later, please. It'll be all throughout the weekend. So.
We're working on it. So, Uber, have you added more particle effects here? Are these light effects that we're seeing on the left that you're working with now?
Yeah, I tried out a volumetric light. I don't think it worked that great, so I just like left it with what it was. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this Soldier Spy hybrid heavy shorts.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
I
All
need
right.
the shorts.
Heavy.
Those are some shorts.
Oh, there's a view right
there. Here we go. No,
I think we're done.
Get the bokeh. Get them like just the soft focus.
Yeah, that was. I think we're done. Yeah, that
Boy.
is beautiful.
It's
Golly.
clipping into the ground too.
Oh.
Now
boy.
look at that.
All right, so now I'm gonna attach this here and drag it and hope it doesn't break. It.
Whoa! That's how I put on my pants.
All right.
I put on my heavy booty shorts, same as anyone else, one leg at a time,
From across the room.
across the room.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that size as is. So what I did is I copied another version of the soldier and locked him on. I'm gonna turn off the original one, and now I'm gonna unlock these legs on the soldier that I just copied and pasted. Now this serves as like a model I'm puppeting. So I just want Heavy's legs to show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shrink this leg down, and I'm gonna shrink that
You
leg
just
down.
took the shorts off?
I took his pants
Yes.
off.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's a little
Lewd.
messy.
You can do
so-
whatever you want in SFM.
You really can.
can't
There's
show
a lot
ya.
there's a lot of possibilities.
So what
I'm
was the
gonna
thinking
fix this time.
behind putting the legs? Was it because Sideshow's wearing shorts this weekend?
I think so, and it's just it seems like a camping thing to do. You know,
Yeah.
it just seems like a proper camping thing
Yes.
to do. All right, there. He's got very big boots.
Yes. Mama.
Okay, and now I'm gonna turn the lights back on.
Oh. Wowee.
Yeah, boy. I don't know what
I'm not sure what I'm looking at either, to be honest.
It is a
It's kind of
handsome soldier, man.
Sideshow has
It's
been doing
very
some
spooky.
squats or
Yeah.
something.
Look
Let me
at
tell
that.
you.
Look how
Slavic
those,
squats.
those calves open right up. Those calves are monstrous.
You get down in there and you think it's gonna follow the normal shape of a leg, and then you're just like, oh, Joshua. I'm so taken aback.
You ever put a pillow in a plastic bag? It's kind of like that.
It's a little bit like
Pours
that.
out over the edges, you know?
Now, Ryan, we're checking back in with you. We're looking at your screen. Can you give us a status update, friend?
Well, I want to put some creepy time monsters in the background just to add a little bit. And we all know the bread monster from.
God, I didn't even see them until you pointed them
Oh,
out.
wow, yeah. I thought that was environment. I thought that was, yeah.
I thought those were mountains.
Oh yeah, they're from the hilarious Team Fortress 2 short movie expiration date, available now on youtube.com/Team Fortress 2.
I've seen that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
What's your rating?
What'd you see it with your eyes?
Yeah, I saw it with my eyes, most of them. And, you know, there was bread. The bread had teeth in it. Not usually how I take my bread, but I'm not here to judge.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different.
It's important to remember that.
Can't really rate it. On
No.
YouTube, you either got to like
You get the thumbs.
Yeah.
or a
It's
dislike.
It's a binary system.
If I had to give it a thumb, it would be pointing upward.
It'd be a thumb.
Yeah.
Radical.
Radical.
Well, right now,
Are they
Look at
coming
that.
out of the castle?
Holy
Yes.
Mac.
Oh,
what
boy.
I'm trying to do here is a little bit of a cool perspective tricks.
This is awesome.
Like
as you can-
action.
Yeah, as you can see here, it looks like he's like just coming out over it, but he's just kind of hovering over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I saw this one. I just kind of placed it. This is the work camera. This is the actual camera.
Right.
This
Got
is
it.
what will come out as the finished product. This is just so you can see around the world. I saw him coming out here, and I was like, "That's really cool. Maybe I should try and like sell that some more." So are these little rocks flying out over here as if
busting out.
yeah,
Yeah.
as if they're flying out,
Flying.
breaking out.
I think that's really cool. I'm loving it so far. This looks really awesome.
Oh, but we're not even done yet.
There's more.
But wait, there's more, Johnny.
Billy Mays.
So what I'm gonna try to do is add a little bit of motion blur to these rocks
Yeah.
to help them look a little bit more active. Usually, what I would do is just go into Photoshop and
Yeah.
add some speed lines or whatever to these rocks, but we don't have time for that.
Stink
Okay.
lines.
So what instead I'm gonna do is just actually try and do some very simple animation on them. I'm going to go and select all of the rocks. I'm going to push M to make it. This is the keyframe editor right
Okay.
here. That's how I animate my cartoons, as it were. And we're just gonna go back a frame. I can't see anymore.
Into the ether.
Right. I might have goofed.
Oh, okay.
But we'll just see. SFM is all about compromising and working things out. So instead, I'm gonna move the key that they would be right here over to the end, and I'm gonna take this side, and these would be coming out from the castle. So I'm just gonna click on the middle, hold down Alt, move the mouse to the left, and that moves everything I have selected closer to wherever the camera was.
So now you say SFM is all about compromising with the program and all that. Would you say that means that SFM is then short for simulating friendship management? He would. Okay. So anyway, you're gonna try to like fake some motion blur on these, right? Or is there a way you can like selectively add motion blur to various objects?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He just selected those rocks and did it, right?
yeah. Well, SFM adds its own motion blur to things.
Okay.
I don't know if it really did it. Maybe I need to make this a longer.
Now, items blur in real life, which is cool.
Yeah. I don't really know if it's doing it, but it looks all right from here. It looks better than these, which I haven't done anything to. So let's just try it anyway.
So we're limited by time constraints, but talk a little bit more about like the finishing touches you would put on this in Photoshop that you wouldn't, that you're not going to be doing right now. So do you look at like the final scene and then transport it to Photoshop and then do like the? Well, I guess I'll let you explain it.
Well, with posters, what I would do is any effects that I can't just do outright in SFM, I would put them on. I would, I'd just slap them on in Photoshop, like maybe a glow on a certain thing. Also, just some filters, working out levels and whatnot. Perhaps there was something that didn't look quite right when I did in the thing, and I don't really want to like render the picture again. I can just fix up in Photoshop. Ubertane actually, again, as with most things, she would be better to tell you about Photoshop.
I think you've got this.
Photoshop's all about use your pinky on the control key.
It's all pinkies.
Hit other things.
That's
as well.
actually how you use Photoshop too. You're supposed to
Pinky.
you're supposed to train your Control S fingers really, really quickly. Anybody who's used frustrating programs knows this. I don't know how it is for programmers though. Like, you might have to educate.
My editor autosaves all the time.
Good.
And I commit to GitHub very frequently,
So
just in case.
I have
Easy.
Premiere CS6, and I think in order to get it to work, I had to turn off autosave at one
Oh,
point.
interesting.
So you
Okay.
can see
No
me
way.
putting my like Control S fingers
Oh yeah,
constantly into action.
yeah.
Gosh.
Not having autosave is like I don't know, no wires, using the trapeze with no safety net.
Yeah.
Trapeze.
So, Ness, give us a status update on your scene here. It seems like are you still messing with this volumetric light? Did you decide you want to keep that in the scene, or?
I don't think so. I did add this tree right here
Oh,
that you
okay.
can see just for like
Depth.
depth.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can make things blurry in real life. Getaway's completely right.
Yes.
You do it with a camera. That's how you make people think you're good at using a camera. You
Yes.
basically like make sure that some
She's
things are
good.
blurry
Ah.
and that some things aren't blurry.
Yeah, depth of field. It's called.
We got a bunch of photographers in this room. We can confirm.
Too
that is-
many.
Too many. That is how you do it. So tell you what, we actually have our next Scrap TF giveaway is live. You can enter that now for free. Just head on over to scrap.tf/TotH giveaway. Head on over to TotH giveaway. You can enter that right now. Thank you so much to Scrap TF for their continued support with our event. And thank you to donors who actually donated the items that we're giving away. I don't know if we've stressed that enough, but
Yep.
these items that we're giving away were given to us by donors. So thank you so much to all of our giveaway item donors.
Thank
They're
you.
gonna get a little bit of something because
Little
our benefactor medals, our Jaunty Trailblazer,
Yeah.
I think is the one we're gonna award to people who had donated unusuals to the giveaway fundraiser, because now they are eligible for the item fundraiser. So if people, that's kind of our compromise.
Right.
So again, like I said, if you have an unusual, maybe you go check and see if it's an eligible item on our new item fundraiser.
Yeah, again, just to be clear, you can donate
Should be.
unusuals to our main item fundraiser now. So if you had some before and you're wondering why you couldn't donate them, head on over to tipofthehats.org/donate, click on that donate items link, and see if you have any unusuals that you want to donate. We would super appreciate it, and I know the kids would too. So thank you so much to everyone who decides to do that. So, all right. So are you?
Thanks again, Gio, for getting that functional.
Yeah, again, because
Yes.
he had to like grind that out like they were working on that yesterday, making that functional. So yeah.
And Jill, the ground was shaking for him yesterday. That's how much sleep he had missed.
Ryan.
Seriously?
Yeah,
up?
he said it felt like the ground was moving. He said, "Did you guys notice that the hotel's moving like a boat?" We were like,
No, Joshua.
"No, have you slept?"
Yeah.
He didn't.
Oh,
he's a hard
wow.
worker. He's a busy boy.
He is.
Give him some love. People get on Gilles' case, but he's
They do.
he's a hell of a dude.
He's certainly helped us out a lot here. So
Yep, for sure.
Thank him for that.
Ryan, I need a color.
Orange.
Okay.
Good call.
There you
Tip
go.
of the hats. It's keep it on point.
Tip of the
Keep it on
hats.
brand.
Stay on brand, please. Talent, stick to the script. Stay on brand. Thank you.
Stan brand.
Stay on brand.
Okay. That looked absolutely hideous. I had to go away from the screen, but yeah. Yeah.
I have to go
Yeah.
away from the screen. What is it you're doing there, Ness? Let's have a look.
I've colored his boots
Oh.
orange.
Oh, those
boy.
are lovely.
With the fur, too.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. The gold boots are nice. I know a couple of us. We have. I don't. It's not the same boots. It's not the heavy boots. It's the ones that the engineer, the cowboy boots, and sniper can wear. We make them gold, and it looks beautiful.
The bird's like, yo, what's up?
Golden boots.
Hey, I'm here
Wow,
too.
he blurred right out there.
Yeah.
Yo,
He's kind of like,
Y'all got
Yo.
any breadcrumbs?
he's turning his head like when a dog is trying to listen.
oh, no.
Oh, no. You can
tried.
control Essen, right?
I hope so.
We were
So
just
this
talking
happens
about
all the
this.
time. Some stories about the outro of Tip of the Hats, which you'll see on the last day, but it's so far away. Let's not think about it too much. It took all night to figure out why my stuff kept crashing
Did you?
because of this crap. And actually, no, I think it was Dota Fortress. Dashner could probably.
It was
like-
Dota Fortress.
Did you have a
It
save
was
that you
Dota
can
Fortress.
recover?
I hope so. Here,
I
let's
hope so
launch
too.
this.
SFM does have an autosave function, so you might be saved.
I need a prayer circle in chat right now.
Pray or circle.
please give Uberchain and Uberchain's SFM save file your energy.
That's weird that your Steam name is Get a Whale there.
Getting your hours up.
Get a
Mike,
Whale.
you're such a talented animator.
well,
Right?
I
Sideshow, you're-
do. I do know that.
Sideshow, please load for me.
Guys, I don't mean to flex, but I've got 5 friend requests.
Very
All right.
popular. Everyone's
So-
trying to blow you up.
There's
5.
autosave sessions, but as we all know, not necessarily like autosaves.
Right. Who knows when that was, you
Yeah.
know?
Here I go.
Okay.
That's a February one.
We're opening it. We're gonna cancel this out because I don't need to like pay attention to the workshop files right now.
TotH slideshow.
I'm clutching the,
Ryan, pray with me.
Oh yeah, crossing. Hey!
Oh, thank God. Oh,
The bird's gone.
Hey!
Oh, the bird's gone.
And the
And
boots, are back to
the boots
vanilla
no longer are with the
loadout.
fur.
well, we can fix that.
Okay.
We can get the fur back.
Okay.
I don't know about the bird. I think he can stay out of this.
I mean, the bird is what crashed it last time. He was very upset. Do not invoke the bird.
He was very upset. We were moving his head, and he didn't like that.
No, not at all.
I put the
No.
bird in there to represent that Sideshow was in America now.
Symbolism, I see.
Yeah.
America.
But I think that's a little meta.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Salmon.
So I'm gonna keep it with these lovely orange boots.
Okay.
And
Tips
I
fedora.
think
Malang.
That's me.
I'm done.
You're happy with this? I'm happy with it.
I'm happy
Malang.
with
This looks great.
I still just love the Cadus with the friggin' giraffe neck
That's- yeah.
stretching out his neck.
disapproving ghost.
I love
kids.
that a ghost can have a stretchy neck. That's what I
Yeah.
like. Isn't that a strange concept?
Yeah. Nice elasticy ghost.
Yeah.
They just get like stuck on corners. Their belt loops are always getting stuck on cabinet handles.
Yeah. That's the life of a ghost. That's great though, Ness. I love how I just love the combination of the soldier and spy still.
Yeah, if we turn
Very
off this.
seamless.
this
Can we go back to
bo-
Ness for just a sec? I mean, it looks
Oh.
seamless to me.
Yeah.
The heavy
All right.
shorts, not so much, but
Yeah, if we turn off the box, we can see there's a little bit of shrubs
yeah.
happening here.
Yeah.
But
the,
otherwise,
with the face
yeah.
with the helmet, I mean, it looks
Oh, golly. Oh, no. Is that what we're going to have to do to Sideshow to get him in that box?
boy.
Well, if you want his head to be poking out of the box, probably.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Boy.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm done.
It's like a horror
Awesome.
anime book.
So can you get a full screen render of that while we're finishing up with Crunk here?
I can. What do you want it as 1080p?
Yeah, we can do that. Then we can just full screen it and get a good look at it. Now,
Nice.
Ryan, since we last joined you, it seems that things have escalated a little bit. Can you break that down
yeah.
for us, friend?
Well, from home, I brought what has been very helpful for me when I'm making things, which is the Dota 2 particles. Dota has a lot of very cool, like magical effects. Like this one is from Necrolite. I don't play that video game.
I don't either. I don't know what that is.
But,
I believe it's Necrophos now.
Necropos.
I think it's the Reaper Scythe, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Time to reap.
But they also have like cool explosions, cool just everything. So to add to the spookiness and the freakiness, I just added this like little nether spinny majig
Yeah.
right here.
I'm into it.
And I think it looks pretty good.
I
It
would
does.
agree with you.
Looks like
I'm
S
into
got
that too.
real.
I can see it from this computer next to me. which
Heck
has the
got
stream
real.
button.
But I mean, it gives it sort of ties it all together. You know, this strange portal is perhaps where these demons are coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's now time that I start lighting this, which...
So now it's
All
interesting
lights are
that
super
so it just
freaky.
kind of shows difference, I guess, between techniques. Ness was lighting hers as she went, but certainly she had a campfire as well, and
Yeah.
you're posing it all first and then lighting it, which is kind of everyone kind of has their own way, and I mean they both make sense. There's no right or wrong way.
I mean, it's more of a habit that I've gotten into because the first computer I started using SFM on was a very bad laptop that would overheat and
Yeah.
scream, "Please, Dad,
Oh.
why are you doing this to me? I thought you loved me." As I sat there and made cartoon horse program,
Oh,
but
SFM. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough on families. It's tough on friends.
thankfully now I'm working on a much better system. But
thank goodness.
yeah. So basically, when I light things, I like to try and get as dark of shadows as I can get, or as just strong shadows.
A nice contrasty image.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
Then
range.
after that, I like to add rim lights, which I think a lot of SFM artists really enjoy.
I love rim
A
lights.
good rim light.
People
Man.
hate them because it's like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever why somebody should be lit up with a backlight when they're in, I don't know, the shower. But I love rim lights.
To those people, we say, how about you lay off?
I mean, we've got our backlighting here. We try to do what
Yeah.
we could with the set, but yeah, we understand the importance of nice backlighting, getting those nice highlights around the hair and the
Yeah.
shoulders to get that separation from the
think-
background.
I
I
went
think
to
for
film school.
photography though, it's like really hard because then you get like lights bumping into like your lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't
do
it
direct
lifts,
backlight.
Lifts you off the backdrop, so to
Yes.
speak. Lift.
Do you lift?
Do you?
Never
I
once in my
use
life.
Lyft.
Do
but-
you use lift?
Do you use Lyft?
Now there's a motto they're missing out on. Do you even lift?
Can we please get
Uber
that-
doesn't stand a chance
No.
if they use that.
Their marketing department has dropped the ball.
Do you even lift?
hire an Uber, pop it, don't drop it.
Yeah, Brooklyn Shake.
Why you do this to me? Why I thought I came on here, I thought we were gonna have a good time, and then you just bring up my past like that.
I am fully charged.
Lang,
Yes. Yeah.
not today.
I'm so sorry, Ryan.
Not okay.
No, 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 no.
Does anybody know how I can pause a slideshow? Of sideshow?
That looks good.
So where is this image X? Are there? Oh, I see what you're doing.
It's a cool noise.
Yeah,
It's a slideshow of the one slide. It's fine.
yeah. That is weird that it's doing that. Tell you what, if you like drag and drop the image onto a Chrome window and then hit F11 in that, it should go full screen.
That's smart. You're
Yeah.
smart, Lang.
I've seen a computer. Yeah, I've seen a computer before.
I'm not
That's
trying to
really
flex, but I'm a PC user.
Like,
Look at
I know
that,
that
okay.
sounds like me being a dick, but that's actually super smart because I don't think.
I think you do, because that's kind of why we have you here and why you just did an awesome SFM thing.
I'm very humbled that you said that. Thank
okay.
you.
Well,
I can go to sleep
I'm willing
tonight.
to at least give you that. That ever changed? Boy, she's capable of conscious thought.
She can think.
Boy,
she can
howdy.
think.
Cognitive processes.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
That's
Yep.
what that is.
Way into it. Way into it.
All right, I have my render full screen now on my
Okay.
computer. Whenever
Yeah, we
you
can
guys
pull
wanna
it.
look
We can
at
pull it
that.
up for a sec while Crocodile's finishing up his lighting here.
Look at that.
Look at
Oh,
that!
boy.
I am.
I'm spooked.
I'm not sure what I am. I'm feeling a lot of
Flabbergasted.
things all at once.
Bit of a fire hazard here
Yeah.
with the box
Have we-
this close to the fire.
It's
but-
absolutely a fire hazard. Now with the marshmallows, there's usually only one to a stick, so I sort of put 3 of them together to look like a big stick.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got the
and-
triple marshmallows. Everyone always sideshow. He's always walking around with those 3 marshmallows.
Yeah.
Just playing with them
Yeah,
like poker
always,
chips.
always. I've always seen him with 3 marshmallows.
keeps
Now, wasn't
those.
it Teddy Roosevelt that said, "Get in a box and carry a big stick"?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And I think he was talking about. He also there's
This.
the other
This is
line
what
was
he
about
meant.
the GoPro. Carry that
Yes,
with you
yeah.
because you
Yeah.
need the dash cam footage.
Yep.
It's very important. Teddy was a big proponent of dash cam footage.
He'll be here later on in the show today.
Stopping by. All right. Well, thank you so much, Uberchain. We'll see if we can get that 1080p image tweeted out. We'll see if we can transport that over to our social media computer and have that out there for people to look at and,
Absolutely.
and enjoy. And right now we're joining Ryan again. The lighting continues.
Just gonna get one last volumetric light in here.
Perfect.
One last volumetric light's essential to making everything look obnoxiously just good.
Now, these lights, this is what it's like for us here on the Tip of the Hat set.
Yes.
The way it looks right now.
Right.
Got to really flood the place with light in
Yeah.
order for, because you see, cameras don't see the same as the human eye.
Yeah, and these cameras don't really see anything
at
very
all.
well at all, as
If
we
you-
found out.
Anyone out there colorblind, you know what the camera looks like.
Yeah. You'll notice that the color balance between the camera that we're on and the color balance of the player camera is what some might call slightly different. And believe us, that ain't for a lack of trying.
Yeah.
We cannot get the white balance of that camera to behave.
Yeah.
So
Kind of looks like the first Saw movie. Do you remember the way that looked?
I can't say
Have
I've
you
seen
yeah.
it, Michael, but I'm going to take your word
A
on
real
it.
green cast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice green player area.
Oh,
All right.
wow, look at that.
So
Someone's
in,
messing
in
with it.
post, we're trying to fix it. So now it's like this awesome magenta green color. But honestly, I think that still might be an improvement.
That looks good.
Yeah.
I think it does look slightly better. But yeah, there's one camera, no matter what we do, it's like, oh, we're filming The Matrix in 1999, right? Let me
Yep.
get that preset for you. I got it fired right up. I've been having it on here this whole time.
The
Did we have
Grinch.
the green dialed up for the spooky freakiness?
That's
Is that-
exactly
Yes,
it. That's
Sean.
the cover.
Yes,
Sean.
we did.
Yes.
It was intended, planned.
Perfect. Got him. Nailed it.
I believe with that, we are finished.
All
What kind
right.
of fish is that?
That is a red herring.
No, now it's a
red
super
snapper.
Super bass.
a super
bass.
bass.
hyper
Super
bass.
bass.
Super bass.
All about that bass.
All right. Ryan, can you get a render out here for us?
Oh, absolutely. Let's
Alrighty.
just go to export and go to poster. Yes, please.
Let's set that up FS, which stands for full screen. FS, which stands for Frankenfurter spoon.
What is a Frankenfurter spoon? Is that the spoon that,
can't
you eat is that
possibly
the
be
spoon
what
that
it
you eat hot dogs with?
It's not a Chicago thing,
No.
but maybe you guys could look into it for your
Okay.
Chicago style Frankenfurter.
All right, give me a hot dog and a spoon.
Uh-huh.
You ever eaten a hot dog with a spoon before, Michael?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Is that a Canadian thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am from Canada. You get in your igloo, you sit down there, you apologize to yourself in the mirror 10 times, and Bloody Mary appears, and she has a Frankenfurter with a spoon that she gives you.
Hey, when
That's
None
a
of that
Tuesday
sounds
for me.
right.
Mike, real quick, when she comes into your house, does she apologize to you? Because she hasn't.
Yes.
She knocks
She knocks on the door, asks if she can come in.
She didn't do that to me when she came by my place.
Yeah, maybe that's Vancouver. There's a difference.
She
I
did
don't
like
know.
offer if we wanted to go out for Timmy's though. I didn't
Timmy's.
say yes though. I was busy.
Timmy. Now they have Tim Hortons in some of the northern states of the U.S. I believe.
Yeah, you can find them around some
Yeah.
places.
Apparently
America
Mabel
runs
loves
on
Timmy's.
Duncan. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he lives in Upper New York area.
I can't imagine why, but all right.
Yeah, Timmy.
I like Timmy's.
I'm a tea guy.
All right. What do you like exactly from Timmy's? Because when you came over to
Double?
you came over to my city and you had like what is it? A coffee just black. You said it tasted like water.
I did. However, I did enjoy the donuts, except for the one that you guys had for like Canada Day, which was
That wasn't a good donut. No, it was stale. The sprinkles were stale. It
the
was not
sprinkles were like eating twigs.
That's what we
Welcome
like.
to
That's how we
Canada.
like 'em. Now it's important to note water is a large component of coffee. Most of it is water. How about that, Sean? You're drinking water right
great.
now
This
with
is
some
good
coffee
stuff.
in it. Yeah.
We actually had some
It's cold
coffee
by now.
struggles this morning, didn't we?
Yeah,
Alex?
we did.
had,
What's the problem?
I got Dashner's coffee when he was setting up, and we brought it up. He put his little sugar packet in it, put the lid on, picked it up, and the lid just popped
no.
off. The coffee was all over the mouse pad. It was. It could have been way worse. Then over in the Garfield room, the other room, we on my my iced latte that was really really wonderful. It would I drank most of it, and then Kurt didn't want me to drink the rest of it. Knocked it off my desk on the floor. I got a replacement coffee. And then my mic fell over, knocked that coffee into the exact same spot.
I didn't know
on the
that
floor.
part of it.
Moonshot.
We've been having some coffee struggles.
Hope the hotel
But
isn't watching.
Coffee
This is good,
success.
though. They-
If
they
you're
know
out there
about it.
watching from
Okay.
this hotel that we are in, which is it's a secret.
It is.
We hope you're not watching, so close your eyes, maybe. Close them.
Keep them closed.
Close them. Guys, we've got a lot of stuff still coming up. We're only 20 after 1 in the day. I mean, we got like 10 hours of content here still for you guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
this
do.
is we out here.
What time is the sideshow box incentive?
3, I believe.
I think that's the first one that ends.
Where are we at on the incentive? We're
About
almost
halfway there.
5,000. Yeah, that's 3 o'clock, I think.
Let me pull up all this information for you right now. So the Sideshow Box incentive
Sideshow boxing.
is indeed at 3 p.m. So we have an hour and 40 minutes
Gamers,
in which to meet that incentive. Let me
gamers
go
and
ahead.
viewers, can we get on that, please? I know it's early. You know, if it was me at this time of day, 20 after 1, I'm usually just getting out of bed because that's just my problem. But you know, get going here. You know, please.
Yeah,
If you're able to donate, please do it now.
We are currently halfway, just under halfway to the Sideshow Box and controller incentive. We got
That's basically why we brought him here.
$900. Sorry, $4,969.69.
What is that now?
Heard that's a number.
What did we bring him for other than to put him in a box?
That's why he's here.
Most of that.
And we needed his
Mostly.
GoPro.
Yeah.
Josh, can you bring it over?
You can
Having you
leave
fly
now.
a GoPro over is the cheapest way for us to acquire one. Can you just go ahead and fly that over? But yeah, we need another $5,000 in the next hour and 40 minutes to meet that incentive. And you know what? I think we can do it. I think we can grind it out.
We've shown in past years we're capable of it as a community.
We are indeed.
And I mean, we're not talking about someone needs to plop that down in one go, but I mean, let's start totaling it up.
Yeah.
Smaller ones.
And remember, to put your donation towards these incentives, it needs to be a cash donation made on our cash donation tracker. And when you're on that donate page, that right column is where you're going to select the incentive, type in the amount that you want to put it towards, and then hit the donate button. So go ahead and do that if you're thinking about donating.
Hit the donut button.
Hit the donut button.
What's our minimum, Alex? Our minimum.
Minimum cash donation is $1.
$1.
$1.
U.S. dollar.
I wonder how
$1
many
US
people we could
dollar.
get to donate $1 right now to that incentive.
That's a very good question. Maybe we can find out.
That's a
I'm
good idea.
challenging the audience right now. If you guys are watching,
Now the world has 1 million people in
if
it.
you have donated,
Yeah.
okay, don't go cheap on us now.
What if
I need you to donate one additional $1? That's all I need from every single person.
Don't let me down now.
Okay, well, I got
Sean,
the-
by the way, well, look at that.
We have the full screen render, and I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever looked better. There's a lot happening behind me, but my eyes are just stoic.
Your teeth are beautiful
my
too.
teeth are just
All gums. Just
Can
how
we-
I like it.
Can we compare this? Can we get a side by side on the host cam? I guess not.
Nope.
Nope. All right, never mind. Production.
We're working on it.
Yeah, why don't you
we
pose
can.
like
This takes
that,
a
rather?
second. It's not something we planned for.
No, here I got it.
Gums.
You're not holding the fish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Lane.
You gotta hold it like.
All right, it's in the right.
Get your sugar together.
No, wait.
No,
It's
other
in
right.
This one. My other right. Just
Look at that man. What a
you
beautiful.
said down to the 1,000. I need to be like looking behind the camera, but it's
Well.
yeah. Thank you very much. I feel I'm happy to have been immortalized in this way.
Now, there's a
You
view
got
there.
two of me.
Oh.
Got two for the price of one. We call that the twofer.
Fantabulous.
Thank you so much. And tell you what, we're actually just about right on time to look a little behind the scenes peek at one of our pre-prepared SFM videos that Crocodile actually made for us. So production, if we're ready to roll that video, I think we can move right into that before we look at the behind the scenes of our 6v6 NA versus EU SFM intro video. Oh, we're doing 2 videos? I'm just going to talk to production.
2
Yeah,
videos.
we're gonna do Ness's
my
video.
Oh, okay. So actually, first we're going to look at our just complete intro video, which Uberchain made. So we're going to roll that right now. So Nessa, go ahead and break that down for us. Let's walk through the process that you took to create this this intro video for us.
All right. So I have the DMX open here right now, looking at us. And so we started off with a couple of establishing shots of just some of the scenery of Camp Redmond. So here we have a fireplace with sort of a smoke plume coming out of it, as well as a couple of props in the background. If you can see right here, I added the tipped lid
Classic.
over there.
Classic.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn off render settings here so it runs a little smoother. So as we progress, we can see this shot here of the announcing things, and a pigeon flies in the back.
Probably because a scout got killed somewhere in the background. A dove.
Yeah, this
flew
is a
out.
very specific pigeon, actually. I took this texture from End of the Line.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an actual
look, it is.
pigeon.
Yeah, not a dove.
Yeah.
My bee.
So they actually reskinned, I think, Archimedes in order to get like an actual pigeon.
Cool.
So we cut to this shot of the sun right here. There's
Looks nice.
there's a little camera trick I did here. So this is a volumetric light as well as a sunbeams particle, actually.
Oh, wow.
Right across there.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah.
guys want the illusion spoiled for you, keep watching this.
You're gonna be
Out
so
pops a
upset when you watch
character.
the intro tomorrow morning. You're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah.
I know
Out
how they
pops
did
our-
that. It
Out pops our character. Her name is Sally.
was all green screen.
Right.
What's she doing in that tree? Parents at home, it's important to not let your kids get up in the trees.
Yeah, so as we saw from that intro, it's a little bit important to make sure your kids don't climb up very tall trees
Yep.
without adult attendance. They're going to do it anyway, but make sure to watch your kids and make sure they don't do stupid stuff.
Watch your kids if
Yeah.
they're stupid.
So this right here was so her model's actually made out of a few models, and I'm going to pull back here so we can demonstrate how exactly that's sort of done for a bit. So I'm going to make a new camera in order to show this and just sort of go off the side here. Sally's model was made with about 3 models, I think. We have one made by Sedimentary Socks as well as Bapal for this, and it's just this body right here. We call it TotH Scout, I believe, and it imported somewhere. I just don't know where. So let's drag this back down, sort of over here, I guess. Camera 2. Import that. It's not showing up. That's because I'm on my first shot in the timeline, as you can see
okay.
here. So it's been importing there all this time.
Oh,
Darn
okay.
it.
Yeah. Tends to happen. There we go.
But Paul.
Yeah. So there's that scout. And what we did is we actually have a specific Olivia Mann model in the workshop. Now that's how she normally looks. So we'll bring her in for comparison, I guess. And we'll lock this on, I think. Okay. I'm going to unlock that now and move her to the side to sort of show off the differences of what's going on here. Her eyes are a little bit rolled back, so we're going to bring those back down.
Thank
She's
you
not
for that.
Thank you.
super-
Appreciate it.
Yeah, she's
Fine.
got super yellow eyes.
Halloween.
Yeah. Spooky. Spooky. So we
This
have
is
a...
spookier than the other spooky stuff.
I managed to get a modified model where she actually has no hair
Oh, even better.
and no... So this looks kind of freaky, so we're going to like lock that in right here.
Get that as a highlight.
Yeah.
You hear that, Reddit?
And so she's
The
got no
bald,
head.
demonic woman.
We're going to add override materials now to this model. Now, when you add override materials, that means you can fiddle around with like the textures that make up the model. So here I have a couple of textures to define things like her hands, her head, a ribbon on her, her body, and her eyes. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually remove like this body file so that we can see the scout that Bapal and Seti made us. So I'm going to go down and look at the body texture. We see something here called cloak factor, and if we set this to 1, it completely disappears. So I'm going to do that now, and that's that
Oh.
out of the way. We also have some extra hands here because like the model already has hands, so we're going to just sort of add a 1 to that as well. And the lighting's a little bit funky in this, so I'm going to turn that off so we can see this a little better. Right, so that's that. Now we're going to change her eye color. We're going to go and add an attribute. And we're going to look for a few things. Now, there's 3 I use, float, string, and color. We're going to use string right here. And I'm going to type in $ iris. And that apparently brought me back there. I don't know why, but we're going to have to go back here and see what happened. All right, so her eyes kind of look like this. And I did this last year, too,
Ugh.
when I was changing, like, some colors. So we're going to do
Lord.
that to this as well.
Now,
And
Iris is a great song by the Goo Goo Dolls, Sean. And I don't want the world to see.
So now I'm going to put in an eye texture. So I have a couple lying around with me. So I'm going
Remember that
to type in
Yeah, I do.
the pathway. It's models, player, I believe, skins. Iris Brown 2. There we
Oh,
go.
Thank
There we
God.
go.
It's
All right.
amazing how
Coming
terrifying
together.
it looks until it gets
So there's-
complete.
And then there's
There you
the
go.
other eye.
What'd you press to do that? Just like a mirror, some kind of copy?
I pressed the enter key, actually.
Oh.
It's a fascinating little tool on the keyboard.
Get roasted, Mike.
Yep,
Get bodied.
I did.
So now I'm going to add this wig right here that SETI also helped us with. So I'm going to attach that on and drag it up.
The enter key, dude. It's amazing how much the hair really makes it, though.
Yeah.
Ties it together.
Yeah. So Sally was a character present in last year's Source Filmmaker promotional stuff as well. She was the one who received an orange Max's Sunbeams.
Yeah.
Which is impossible, apparently, except for a few people who found bug fixes in the past. The dude who owns one of the 2 Max's hats with sunbeams actually painted his orange for a bit and named it Sally's Gift.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
It was really sweet, yeah. So that's how we make Sally's model. And actually what we also do is we put on one of these camping scarves made by
Oh, yeah.
Paul.
And but Paul made that scarf. And who made the hair model?
The hair model was made by Sedimentary Socks.
SETI.
Yeah. And
cool.
they both worked on the model. So we sort of, we have to position this manually. Now in the past, you might have noticed that a lot of the items we've attached, we've just sort of locked them on and we drag them up and it attaches normally. If we do that with this, it doesn't quite work out the same way. And I'll show you why with sort of whatever technical knowledge I have of it. So if we take this Scout and we lock it on here and we drag this, it ends up breaking things.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's not built the same way TF2 models are
Okay.
built in terms of the rig. So we have to actually adjust it manually.
I noticed that scarf has 5 spine bones, which seems like more spine bones than I usually like to have in my scarves.
Yeah.
Fine bone.
So it's definitely got a
That's
lot
cool,
of
though. It's
controls.
more posable, though.
Vertebrae is the other word for that, Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
Spine
now
bone connected to that. Spine bone.
Yeah,
Oh,
and so
look at
now
us.
everything's, like, sort
Now
of
we break it
attached.
down. Could
Yeah.
you do that again? It was kind of like there was a rave party going on.
so
She's
and so
just
now
like-
we've got like
Oh, God.
yeah, we've got it
Oh,
all
no.
sort of all together. All together.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now you'll notice that at the back we couldn't remove this ponytail that Olivia has.
That's
So
fine.
what I ended up doing and we'll switch back to camera 1 to show this off. So here you can see that the ponytail doesn't exist. So what I've
Oh.
actually done is frame by frame. Frame
Can we
by
get a
frame.
close up on Lang's face right now?
Oh, golly.
Yeah. So frame by frame, I've
Lang's
actually
terrifying.
taken the hair bones and I've sort of moved them to
Oh.
accommodate
Again, my hair doesn't have
The hair
bones.
bones.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah. for like when she's
Wowie.
a camera trick.
Look at that volume. It's the
Yikes.
Pantene.
Shout outs to our sponsor, Pantene.
So as we go along, we can see that she looks up, and down there is a broken texture. Actually, I'm gonna go investigate what that is.
Oh, cancel the event. That's
All
her,
right.
that's her face.
So that's a problem. So
Oh, no.
his glasses are broken, and she's got some trubs.
Those children.
All right. So this is actually so Miss Pauling looks very young enough to be a child.
There's been a
in
teleporter
certain
accident.
circumstances. So I'm actually going to remove the override materials in order to show this off properly. So now we've got like her back, and it's terrifying.
Oh,
So what
that
we need
is
to
a
do is
transporter accident if I've ever seen one.
We need to fix this immediately. So we're going to do the same thing again, where we hide that.
The kid on the left is freaking out.
What's going on with his head?
He wants nothing to do with that.
Oh.
All right.
It's like the kid from, I don't know.
All right. So
Wow.
here she is kind of like. I wonder if I can actually.
Oh boy, it's getting better and better.
So we're gonna try to like add a base texture to that and see if we can get her old texture back. I'm not sure I have the texture. Ryan, do you have the texture?
I don't know if I'm ever going to be the same after watching this.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I don't. I have mine copied from yours.
okay. So I'm actually going to take a deeper look at this by actually going into our files.
Okay. They're going to say going into her body. I thought it was like a Miss
That's
Frizzle
a
moment.
little bit much.
Magic school bus.
I used to
Let's
have
not.
the Magic School Bus
All right.
games.
We're
Played
going
them
to
in
go
DOS.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't know they existed.
They did.
So I need
Miss Frizzle.
Yeah.
this folder.
Miss Frizzle's going to be here later on, guys. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. Miss Frizzle.
Please
will
let this be
here.
a normal field trip.
I hope nobody hacks the computer by looking at the folder structure of
Yeah.
this.
They'll do that to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the name of the folder is program files.
All right. So I
Hacked.
need
You're
to
not supposed to say that, Sean.
Sensitive info.
I need to take a look
If
at
someone types in C:/program files x86, they're going to be able to just get right into that
They'll
computer.
be in the matrix.
Matrix.
I need to see this file. And
Okay, shout out to Microsoft, by the way.
Tell you what, while we're doing that, I do
did
have a donation here that had a question in it. Let me actually
Ooh,
try to
that's cool.
pull that up.
I saw Justin Danford made a little donation too, our little friend.
Oh, let's see if I can
It's
pull
not
that
that
up
little,
as well.
but that's how it came out.
I have a $10 donation from an anonymous donor that asks, does the donation drive continue after Sunday, not getting paid until after the weekend? And yeah, we're going to keep the donations open for at least a couple days after the event. I can't give you an exact date of when we're going to close them because it depends on a number of technical and non-technical factors. But for at least several days after the event, they'll still be open. So yeah, you can continue to donate after we go offline on Sunday.
Cool. We've got over 5K on the Sideshow box thing. We still need almost 5K more, guys.
Yeah.
Get on that. We got a bunch of. I saw a bunch of $1 donations though coming in, but
Yeah.
I mean that's great. That helps too. But we got a ways to go if we want him in a box.
We do
Oh,
have that
boy.
donation from Bloodsire, from Danford AA. He drops the $10 and says 10 ones right there.
Hey,
How's that done for
I
you?
got you 10 ones.
I got you 10 ones right over here.
There he is.
Thank you very much, Justin.
Hey.
He's counting them out for us. He's like, there's one, there's two.
I love Danford. He's so happy.
Thank you very much,
When he's
Justin.
off camera, he's just like
We get the A
he's having
from
so much
Offset.
fun. I love him.
Thank you very much,
cool.
Justin.
Hey,
Got an ad over here.
hey, boss.
all right, I think I've got it.
Here's your rap, boss.
So I'll tell you what, I have another
Oh,
really...
I did it.
She did it.
She did it.
I did it.
I have another really
Eureka.
cool donation comment here. We have $100 from Blake Chernicki, who says, hope this donation reaches you guys. It's from my first paycheck, age 16.
Oh,
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Give him the clappers.
I'm into that.
Yeah. Thank you
First
so much.
paycheck is a big deal.
Yeah, and choosing to give so much of it
Yeah.
to One Step Camp. Wow, that's just truly phenomenal. So thank you so much.
He's learning about taxes, about tax deductions.
He's like, well, I'm 16, but
He
I need
will
to get a
learn.
head start
Yeah.
on this year.
So I need to fix that texture on here too because it's still her adult like face texture, and that's a little weird.
That's a no-no.
Like I imagine it's still weird too to see that like a grown adult woman has been utilized as basically a child
Oh,
for the
wow.
purpose of this. We've named this child Jill, by the way, after one of the devs.
Jill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Jill.
and this one's Timmy.
Doesn't look
Thanks,
as
Jill.
weird as
This
his
kid's
deal.
Timmy, and he's
Timmy.
a little upset.
You fixed
Timmy
him up
looks
a little bit.
little judgy.
Yeah. Timmy's like one of those kids that like he snitches on you and you can't help but
It's going to get
like
some stitches.
hate him sometimes, but at the same time he's really cool to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is the part where we see her wave.
Oh
and,
no.
Oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? So down she goes. There's the broken texture again. I need to fix. I'm just going to fix every instance of it because I really it's unpleasant to look at.
Yeah, boy. Boy, Timmy's got problems there. Timmy
Are there
looks
bones coming out of her ears?
Are there?
What are these like things coming out
like
of the
fireworks.
Are those the
What happens
hands?
if you
I think
move
those are the
those?
fingers. Those look like the finger bones.
We don't want to move those.
Those
Oh,
are fingers.
okay,
So
those
Ness,
are of
why
the
aren't
other Miss
why
Pauling.
aren't the why aren't the oh the one
That's of the
hidden.
Miss Pauling
The one
model that
that's
we
hidden.
can't see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the yeah, that's the model that you can't see. So
Got it.
Oh.
yeah, there's actually like and ooh, this is super freaky actually. Like, and
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do this
no.
actually.
I know exactly what's gonna happen.
All right, so let's go ahead and just where is everybody else does not matter
What?
at this point. Wait, no.
Okay.
Wait.
Yes.
So
You're looking
if-
for the shadows, right?
I am.
Yeah, I
So I'm
knew
gonna
it.
shine a light and see if I can detect the shadows.
So Pauling's shadow is gonna be there, even though
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
not
boy.
there.
Yeah. So
It's not gonna correspond.
I can't really sit there, sort of right there. So if we
Oh,
turn
boy.
off soldier, I guess, and medic, you can sort of see that there's Miss Pauling's hand, sort of
jeez.
around there.
Sticking out.
This is the Exorcist remix of
This
the
is.
intro video.
Yeah, and yeah, so you can see that. So if I actually went to Miss
Sha-
Pauling's file
Shadow kind of looks like a void walker or something. It's terrifying.
and I unlock it, and it doesn't freeze, thank God. So if I actually, yep.
oh no.
And since I attached her in a very
oh,
weird
don't
way.
do that. Don't do that. Nosferatu.
Yeah, so it's a
Is
using
this
some
against the TOS?
using some of these tricks is a little tough. It's a little funny. You got to be very sort of
Funny is
careful
one
with what
word
you
for
do.
it.
Funny, yeah.
It's amazing to me the flexibility you have, but the way in which you have to go about having flexibility.
Yeah, it's not very intuitive. Now right here we have an error. for the leaves that I
Great.
put in.
Big
So
pile of it.
we got to fix the leaves. If you don't package your files very correctly, you've got to fix it at a certain point.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, Ness, we got just about like another minute or two
Yeah.
to go over
So-
your project before we have to move over to Ryan's.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is that here's these lovely errors falling. So you saw where the leaf was. So let's go to that part where we sort of Forrest Gump it. And there's the
Oh,
leaf
yeah,
right
like the
there
feather
in
in
the
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then there's that error, and here's it sort of flying into the wind.
Just like in Forrest Gump when the error thing flies away. Yeah.
That's a beautiful shot.
That's how they do
Yeah.
it.
So
Can hear
let's
the piano music.
go
though.
back here.
I'm
So
here for the pop culture references only.
there's Heavy catching Sally,
Oh.
being very
He
disappointed.
gets upset then for a second, but then
Yeah.
he relents.
Yeah, and you're okay. I mean, you're not dead. That's good.
At least you're alive, yeah.
So he sets it down. There's broken textures everywhere on this. And there's that leaf. There it goes. Right into the distance. Tip of the Hats logo right there.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so that's sort of the
Roll
idea of
credits.
like the work that I sort of set up. It's pretty standard just because I do the fancy like material overrides things or like put together custom models. Doesn't make it any like more or less hard than somebody else who might not have done it. Animation really involves like a lot of time. It costs like 400,000 hours to make an animation for 12 seconds.
That's
I
a
get
lot.
that reference.
Crocodile, what's up on your
The
end?
heavy.
Oh, I was just over here watching Twitch chat be
Man, I love
absolutely horrified.
So tell you what, before we dive into Crocodile's video, we're going to actually watch the finished product here
Yep.
so we can
Ooh,
have some
yeah.
context for the behind the scenes here. We're going to go ahead and roll into that right now. Ryan, now we're going to need to be walked through some things that happened there. So why don't you go ahead and get started?
So it's not as complicated as like taking apart children and slapping them together and
Yeah.
removing their faces.
Golly,
and,
when you put it that way.
But mostly it's just a lot of perspective tricks. You can see that. Well, I'll see you later, NG. I guess.
Peace.
It's just mostly see here the marching is actually I just move their hips up and down.
Oh, okay.
I made this like
Oh, what is happening with the head of the...
NG's kind of he checked out.
He's having a hard time.
He had to send his clothes.
The hat looks like it's like a maw, like some kind of demon mouth. But it's a
Yeah.
hat. It's a straw hat. Wow, that looked weirder.
Angie's gone, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
dead.
all this is I just pose them and move their hips up and down so that it gave like a I was kind of going for like the Super Friends intro where it's like it's the champions of justice as they come to do battle with the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of wanted like they're cheaply animated like as they walk by and yeah.
What's going on with the pyro there? Can you walk us through that?
Oh well, Ness as per usual helped me out with this one again. So this is actually a swapped out. You can actually see it right here. This is actually a model that gets swapped out in between frames. This is a completely different fan-made model. It's the Beefcake Pyro.
I was responsible for this, actually.
Yes, it was.
Had a
As for
feeling.
most horrible things.
Like, I
Although-
made this.
If something horrifying happens in TF2 that is also amazing, just blame this one. But yeah, it's a completely separate model of just a very hunky pyro. And the clothes that he actually rips off of him are just some pyro clothes. I believe they're the like
Sub-Zero suit?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, so they're just like bunched up so that he would have something in his hands as he tears off his shirt. How we pulled this off was Pyro's just like normal for the most of this, and then we just animate him up until this frame, and then we have the buff Pyro down here. He's actually scaled down and attached to the Pyro skeleton. See, as I have him selected, he's down here.
Okay.
And it's just basically as this happens, the normal pyro is shrinked out as the regular pyro is expanded, I guess. It was really supposed to be like one frame, like from this frame to this frame, it was supposed to be like, there he is
Oh,
at
okay.
full size.
But when it's moving, it's a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so it's just the models get swapped out because they have the exact same rig. So there's just
Just
homeboy
seamless.
busting out.
Oh boy,
Macho Madness coming at you.
6'8" and buff.
But yeah, and then it's pretty much the same animation up until here. I was gonna have like every single one of the classes, the 6 classes, come in, but then I was like, I made this like 2 days ago, and I didn't really have that much time, and I didn't want to do it too late because our production staff, very talented, but also very overworked, and I felt like a jerk for giving them more work. But yeah, so some of them are missing, some of them are here, but they just don't do anything.
Oh, okay.
And they just kind of crowd into the scene up until this, and then they just get into a fight. This
I
was
like how
really-
the medic really just gets in
falls.
there.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
contributing as a non-combatant.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Falls so gently, he almost likes it.
And then this shaking that happens here is just the jitter preset
That's cool.
applied to the transform of the camera.
It's one of the more subtle things, but it adds a lot.
Yeah, as you can see here, the thing is just kind of going all crazy.
That medic is in there. I relate to this.
Yeah.
Not
Might drop one
doing
more.
anything.
Look at that.
So the jittering can be a lot of people just like when they apply jitter, they just go to town on it, and it makes it look really really crazy.
Here, apply the jitter fully.
Okay, so when I made the shakes, I just like selected a certain time in the thing with this transform selected, and I applied the jitter. So what I did was I just took it and just moved it a little bit, and a little bit gives you a lot, as you can see here. So it's like, no, it should,
Just a dab will do ya.
yeah. So it gives a little. Let me turn off AO and this stuff so it plays a little bit faster. And how about we just turn off the lighting?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's a bit more shaking. But what we can also do, which a lot of people seem to do a bit too much, is they just take the jitter and they just slide it all the way.
Oh boy.
Let's actually delete all the jitter from this, just so that it's just straight.
Okay.
And we're going to take this, just all this time. We're just gonna slide the jitter all the way up.
Oh no.
And you can see it's just freaking out. So we'll just play that real quick.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Yeah,
J.J. Abrams.
you probably don't want to do that.
No.
But another thing you can do is if you expand certain bones, you have the position and the rotation. You can just do this if like you're copying some frames and you don't want to move the way the place where it is, but you want to move the way how it's angled. So you can move the rotation like that. But if you have rotation selected, you cannot move it whatsoever. So what you can do is select this and then change the jitter so that it only changes the rotation of the jitter. I mean, that doesn't really look any different. But yeah.
Not as good. What I'd like to see, I'd love to see what the pile of players looks like down there. Can we?
Well, to make things less hard for you, you just kind of want to, if it's out frame, you don't really have to care anymore.
Right, but that was why I was curious, because I was like, since it's not meant to look good, I just want to see what that pile of players looks like in a stack.
Kind of becomes a huge jumble mesh of humans and a parrot.
Now, can we see the
Hats.
pyro sliding in, like, on the secondary viewport?
Actually, that's what the other room looked like last night after we went off the air,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're just
incidentally.
very tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pyro doesn't really have to do anything. I moved his route, so that all he does is just kind of,
Slides in.
yeah, how y'all doing? It's me. So yeah,
Me.
that's pretty much it. All I do is just animate things together. I can kind of break down how the animation process works.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what, we actually have some setup work that we need to do for our next segment here. But I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was lovely. We got to watch Uberchain and Crocodile both create new posters from scratch based off of things that are happening here at the event as their inspiration. We had the sideshow box poster made by Uberchain, and we had the me with the fish.
Me.
Don't you forget it.
Show those again,
Oh yeah, we
Absolutely,
can,
yeah.
we'll
One
full
more.
screen those up right
Yes.
here.
and then maybe we'll tweet them.
I mean,
we definitely will tweet them out.
Yeah, Crocodile says all I do is animate little things, but there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
He's a humble dude. They're both humble, but
Yeah.
it's impressive.
The poster, ostensibly of me, made by Crocodile.
All gums.
All gums. And then the sideshow box with the GoPro strapped on top, the TF2 GoPro, and a disappointed, ghostly giraffe catus in the
Ghost of
background.
Cadus with the stretchy neck.
And the boots with the fur,
Yeah.
made by Uberchain. So thank you both so much for making those and for giving us that behind-the-scenes look on some of the SFM videos that you made for us for this year. We're going to cut to a break for a bit, but when we come back, I should actually find out what segment we have before I start diving into it. But you know what? Whatever it is, it's probably good. Come back. Don't go away. It's a variety segment, I'm being told. Stick around for that. You don't want to miss it.